Welcome to Date Night. I'm Will, your friendly neighborhood game mom, a.k.a. your GM.
And I'm Amy, and I play Kira. I'm married to Will.
And I'm Will's nephew. I'm Sam, and I play the Grease Wizard.
I'm Eva. I'm married to Sam, and I play Arin, the half-orc barbarian.
I'm Mike. I'm the fifth wheel, and I play Darren Hammerstone.
And we play
Dungeons
and Dragons.
Are we ever just born?
What?
Roll a religion.
What does that mean?
And we're back.
And we're back. So last time on Date Night, you guys were participating in the Takeshi's games, and with some pretty good success. You won both of the first two games.
Whoop, whoop.
First by capturing a stuffed wyvern in the Tuck and Fumarole game, and next by beating
Grenades.
the team that captured the most dead fish
Next by killing all the fish.
in Shell Shocked, and you have made the worst possible aquarium to live in. So the update was the Thunderhorns were in first place with 26 points. The Slavers Bay Taskmasters were in second with 20. The Kraken Beaks, that's the team of sailors, was in third with 12. And Elemental Halitosis, which were the Dragonborn that you mop the floor with in Tuck and Fumarole, were in last place with 9 points. There is only one more game until two teams will be eliminated. Only the two teams with the most points will continue on to the fourth and final game. So, in honor of what we're parodying here, we could say,
Parrots?
don't get eliminated.
I want parrots. Can I have parrot grenades?
Parents?
Parrots.
Oh, parrots. That would make a good grenade.
Yeah.
Isn't every parrot a grenade?
What?
What kind of parrots do you deal with on a daily?
In some kind of way. No?
No parrots.
I didn't think that was such a crazy thing to say.
Polly,
makes
want to
it
go
worse.
boom boom? You rip the head off a parrot and chuck it at the pet.
And then it just falls.
No.
Oh, that one was a grenade.
It's a grenade of sadness.
And blood.
There were parrot guns that were sort of like cannons, if that helps.
This is
I think
absolutely
They
stupid.
probably didn't shoot out parrots, though.
This is Parrot Talk with Date
Parrot
Night.
talk.
Date Night butt stuff, Parrot Talk.
Colon parrot talk.
Oh, my.
Amy's
that the
been
name of
quiet
our
for
show?
such a long time.
Colon parrots. Oh, we never found the rails today. We could cut all that.
We can cut all of
All
the
that.
exposition that
Yeah.
you just introduced.
Well, they listened to the other episodes. So you guys are on your
Boy,
short...
I wonder what this podcast is about. Oh, my God!
It's about colon parrots. So,
They still upvote us.
you don't know.
You don't know what they're into. Don't kink shame.
So you guys were on a short rest between the second and third event. I think some of you may have already rolled some hit dice, but if you
I
wanted to
haven't.
do any of that, you'd be able to. You will get the equivalent of a long rest after this next event, you were told. You're going to be brought through like a restorative pool, so don't hold anything back during this next event.
Okay, I'm gonna roll my hit dice, which is
Okay.
a D12.
Yeah.
So
And you
I
get to
just
add your-
add whatever I roll, or
Plus
And
Constitution.
Your Constitution modifier. too.
okay. So that's a 7.
Do we have any time between the second and the third game?
It's about an hour. In
I'm gonna
between
roll
the
another
events.
one.
Can I
Can
go
I-
try to find our patron and see if I can get some more grenades? Because they've been very effective the last two games.
Okay.
Oi, hey! I forgot his name.
You saw him in the audience, so you kind of have an idea of where he is.
I'm rolling bad so
From the
far.
field,
in case
I just want
anyone's
to wave
wondering.
my hands frantically. I need more grenades!
They unfortunately had security measures here when we were brought in, and I was not allowed to bring in any
It just dropped like 50 of them from the frickin' balloon.
Grenades, and he winks at you.
Oh,
But if you come here,
For those of you who
give
can't
you
see,
a,
because this is an audio medium, Mike
I
winked.
winked very, very non-subtly.
but
Very
I would like
loudly.
to give you a good luck a handshake for this next event.
Me wee stubby legs carry me up there to him.
Okay. And
Okay.
with his 17 sleight of hand check, he slips you a grenade.
Good luck in the next event. Do the thunder cloud proud, please.
As you're walking back to the rest of your group, you actually all of a sudden have everything around you disappear, and you get this vision of a malnourished female tiefling stalking along a long, dark corridor.
Just me or all
Just
of us?
you.
Okay.
There's
Less
some
confused
shadowy
now.
presence around the corner in the flickering light down a passageway. You can see the tiefling, this young woman with purple skin and white horns, steel herself, preparing to stealthily jump across the light in the corridor. You can feel her anxiety to remain hidden. She jumps, holding her breath as she lands deftly on the other side of the passageway, relieved and seemingly unnoticed by whatever is down this hall. In the brief moment when she jumped across the path, from under her cloak you saw the glint of a silver emblazoned Thunderhorn underneath her cloak. The feeling of relief that she has and you share with her passes, and a new feeling, one filled with dread, washes over you. You can feel her emotions in this moment as her hand reaches to the horn. Tears are streaming down her cheeks, and she mouths silently, "No, no, not now." And Dern, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
If I fail, do I have to go wah? 13.
Okay. You don't even think about it while you're having this vision. You just reflexively bring the Thunderhorn to your lips, and you let out a thunderous, blaring note right in the middle of the arena. And everybody cheers around you. But in the vision, you hear that come off, and you see whatever shadow is down that hallway just start inching down the hallway into the light. And as it is just about to crest around the corner, you lose the vision, and you're back to the surroundings around you. Can you roll an intelligence check?
Well, that was weird. Anyway.
15.
Okay, you get the idea that you may be addicted to blowing this thunder horn.
Oh, I knew that before already, lad.
So it's actually, you had trouble identifying it before, but it seems like this may actually be some sort of cursed item that you've got with
Can
you.
I ask?
Cursed
Or
awesome.
I forgot. Where did the thunder horn come from?
I found it in a jail
Yeah, you
I
found
think
it
you did.
below the
Below the jail.
in the cultist's hideout.
along with my scroll of Paul Wall that was
That
very
seems
useful.
auspicious.
I mean, it's a Thunderhorn. I mean,
I wasn't there for this, so
If it
no
has-
wonder I don't remember
I
it.
wasn't
I mean,
either.
if it has
Oh.
thunder, how bad can it really be?
That's actually the.
It has thunder. I have
That's
thunder.
the Thunder Waves like tagline.
Thunder. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Okay, so you just had that little experience all to yourself while you were off walking back to
All
your
by
group.
myself.
I grip my hammer just a little bit tighter, just like uneasily.
Okay. So, anything else you need to do on this hour-long short rest? Is everybody ready to...
I already got my hour for the book.
Yeah, you read it right before we left last time. Okay.
Because I'm scared. That was a weird vision.
That was a weird statement.
My hammer is like my comfort blanket.
I'm addicted to blowing my horn, so I'm holding my hammer
Yes.
tighter, I think is what Amy's having trouble with.
Yes.
I'm okay.
You people are filthy.
Aaron
A
has
man-
nothing
a man-
to do, I guess.
The relationship between a man and his hammer is his own business.
You're not.
I don't know, you
Say
hit a
that
lot of
with a
things
straight
with
face.
that hammer.
Hey, at least I'm not the one throwing me sausage in a troll hole.
Can you just pretend this whole conversation has been in character?
I think that can be.
Why
cut,
do you
too.
think I'm talking with this voice?
So you guys are getting ready for the next event. They wheel out this huge steampunk-looking ship that is on top of like this long set of actuators with all these gears underneath it. And this is the ship that Aaron and Kira got a glance of, and there was a dwarf contractor working on it who'd noticed that you were not the eel experts that you claimed to be, and he kicked you out before
There's
you
no
got
proof of that.
before you got a good idea of what this event was actually all about.
Yeah, I still don't have any idea.
And you hear
The dwarves, very perceptive people.
You hear the announcer start talking about the event. He says, recently, a group of sailors from the southern coast of Limoges had a deadly encounter with a kraken, a sea monster of vicious, overwhelming power. The captain, through some maneuvering and the help of his stalwart crew, managed to get out of harm's way and secure a large, valuable cache of treasure in the process, a hoard that not only contained gold and silver, but also their disc of invitation to these very games. In this game, our contestants will be tasked with piloting a ship around deadly obstacles while battling sea monsters for treasure. Teams will need to choose a helmsman, a tactician, and 3 fighters. The helmsman will steer the boat, the tactician will guide him or her, the helmsman, around the hazards, and fighters will fend off attacks and attempt to collect treasure.
Dibs on fighting.
Now let's go down to Kenny Krakenship and Vic Ramore. And you see in this like press booth the 2 individuals, Kenny and Vic, who are dressed in kind of these overly fancy kimonos, start up their conversation about this next game.
My favorite character.
It starts with Kenny. Wow, our next event is nautical. That sounds like naughty. Indeed, Ken. In Let's Get Kraken, our contestants board a steam-powered ship in the middle of the arena, and they have to defend against sea monsters, pirates, and other assorted nasty nautical opponents. Oh boy, that sounds like a lot of fun. Just chaos! No, Kenny. There were really quite a lot of rules for this game. The teams must choose a helmsman and a tactician, and the tactician needs to identify threats and send directions back to the helm. Whoever made this game must have had some kind of a hard-on for rules. Kenny, rules are important. Without rules, society couldn't be what it is today. Yeah, I guess without knowing what was legal, we wouldn't know what was barely legal. Kenny? And Vic hits him on the head with his hand fan. He says, without rules, everything would be legal. Everything? Kenny says, surprised. Yes, of course, Ken. Rules are what makes illegal things illegal in the first place. Oh, so if we didn't have any rules, there'd be nothing stopping me from sleeping with my cousin? Nothing but your own morals and personal sense of propriety, Ken. Oh, so nothing then. Right you are, Ken. But Ken, I never got to talk about the point of the game. Oh, yeah. The point of the game is to overcome the
Just
hazards.
taking us on a journey.
The point
An
of the
emotional journey.
The point of the game is to overcome hazards to collect booty. And you just see Ken staring far off into the distance like he's not listening to Vic anymore. And Vic smacks him on the head again with his hand fan. Ken, are you listening? I said booty. I said, why did that sound like a question? It's just bad dubbing. Sorry, I was thinking about my cousin. Booty. Wow, I told you this game sounded naughty. Forget it, Ken. Let's just go down to Captain Cooperman and the contestants. So you
Wait,
see,
isn't that the name of the guy who is not corn smart?
Cooperman is the guy who, if you challenge somebody to a deadly game of cornhole, that's the name of the person who officiates the cornhole challenge.
Oh. Okay.
That's what it says in the magic item list.
Oh,
so
okay.
that's where you saw
I knew
it
I
from.
recognized
So he
his name
is
and
corn
corn
smart.
somewhere. So he is corn smart.
He's
I
very
think
corn smart.
In the book, the Crinkle Fire Touches Guide to Magic Items, available on DM's Guild.
.com.
I believe it said something along the lines of Crinkle thought Cooperman made cornhole less
Yes.
fun with all of his rules.
Cooperman has a real way of taking all the inherent fun out of grains. Crinkle Fire Touch. I'm sorry.
So you do know a little
The
about
inherent
Cooperman.
fun.
And this is Cooperman. But Cooperman's dressed in his captain's garb, very fancy black set of, or dress blacks, I guess, with medals and things. Almost matches your costumes a little bit, except for in the colors and kind of the way that they're cut. But he's asking you and all of the other contestants for these games. He says, how many of you think sailors are nothing more than scurvy seagoers who curse, drink, and hoard their treasure until they make landfall and find a lady of the night to spend it on? Show of hands.
Aaron raises
Now.
her hand.
Pretty much everybody, all of the contestants around raise their hands. And he says, well, you're wrong. Sailors and marine merchants are the heart of any stable economy. Without the risks they take on the open oceans and the sacrifices they make to be away from their families, trade would stifle and we would become isolationist pariahs on the world stage.
That
You-
sounds
Are
fine.
we just making sailors out to be like the medieval truckers?
Pretty much.
Okay.
He points
Bye.
he points at Dern.
here.
You, what do you think it takes to be a good sailor?
I'm a dwarf. We don't really get out in the ocean very
Okay,
much.
and you, half-elf, what do you think it takes to be a good sailor?
Knowing how to sail a boat.
That's a good start.
It's a ship loss.
She's remarkably intuitive.
And you, the
You
round
sure know
fella,
everything for
what
knowing
do you
how to
think it
be
takes
a-
to be
on
a
a
good
boat.
sailor? Matching fish? No, none of these are the things that are required really to be a good sailor. A good sailor has to know which way the wind is blowing. Never mind. Let's go! And he points and he says, he points at your team, the Thunderhorns. He says, since you're in first place, the Thunderhorns will be going first.
Yay!
I hesitate, just staring at the horn for a second, but then I realize it's the thunder horn, so...
And another cheer goes up from the crowd.
I'm glad we chose such a marketable team name.
It is a good team name.
I'm glad it's associated with thunder.
You board this small vessel. Again, it sort of approximates a boat, but it's held aloft in the middle of the Colosseum by these different levers and pistons over a huge steam engine with a variety of gears and actuators and the like. There's a huge paddle wheel on the stern of the ship as well. The helm is about 10 feet from the stern, and it has a 3-foot-high cabin wall closing it in on 3 sides. So this is the pilot's area. It's got a big ship's wheel in it. It's 10 feet from the back of the ship, and it's got this wall that sort of would provide partial cover around it that's about 3 foot high. Okay? The boat is about 40 feet long and 15 feet wide. So you're going to have to choose which positions you'd like to take for this event. You don't know exactly what's coming in this event, but sort of the impression that you get from the description is that the helmsman is just going to be the person who steers the boat. So he or she's probably not going to have very much to do. So from a thing of not being bored in this event, you may want to put Calman there just
Doesn't he
for
have like
that
driving
reason.
proficiency anyway?
I don't think he has driving.
I don't know. I thought Calvin would be best for that position.
He has good dexterity. He's got +4.
Okay.
If that would come into play at all.
I
Sure,
thought
we'll
Calvin
take that
could
hint.
do that, and Kira could be the navigator or whatever they're called, and then me
What
and
do your
Dern,
elven eyes see?
me
Half-elf.
and Dern could
Half-elven.
fight, and
With all of
GW
my-
could like grab treasure.
You and me can fight with all of our various ranged abilities. Are
It'll be
there
fine.
cannons on the ship?
No, there are no cannons on the ship.
So it's going to be me
I
crossbow
can't work in
then.
these conditions.
So you are going to have to pick 3 fighters. Those will be the people who are in the middle of the ship. It's not so much going to be grabbing the treasure, so much as like you'll see, I guess, as we go along.
Okay,
So-
then I
Scooping it
still
up.
think the 3 of us should be fighters.
The objective is to steer the ship towards the treasure hoard, right?
Right.
Okay.
And avoid as many hazards as you can.
Okay.
So Cooperman's going to come up and ask you, so do you have your position squared away?
Kira, are you good with that?
I guess,
Okay.
if need be, I guess I can shoot an arrow at something.
Is that allowed?
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Do you have any questions for Cooperman before you begin?
I just asked it.
Okay. Any other
Kalman,
questions?
you know how to drive a ship, right?
It's called steer.
I turned this.
I'm a dwarf lass.
I turned this little thing.
Exactly.
Right.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
I never drove one before.
I'll trust you.
He can handle it.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and sling my shield onto my back and just two-hand the
crossbow.
The darn good hammer
Oh, the hammer.
for right now.
All right. Versatile two-handed Johnsons.
That's right.
All right. Anything else before we get going? Any other preparations you want to make?
No?
No.
Okay. So you take your position.
Anything else? No. Okay.
Wait,
All right.
no.
Before
Wait, Mr. Person.
Yes.
I'm not very good with the nautical terms. Which side is the right side of the ship?
Starboard.
Starboard and left is
Starboard
port.
and left is port.
I'm not going to remember that. I'll just tell you right
That's
now.
really not that hard. Who doesn't know that?
I don't.
Hi,
Okay.
I live in a mountain.
Okay.
Never came out before I started on this whole crazy thing. Cut me a little bit of slack.
The politer smiter is still on don't kill mode. But
Okay.
this time I have to apologize if I hit anyone because
Right.
I forgot
We
to
forgot
last
about
time.
that.
They
Yeah.
don't actually die, so put it on kill mode.
But it's more fun this way.
If you
That's
reduce
true.
them to 1 point with that, we'll say that they get
Yeah.
bamfed into the
Bamfed.
Bam.
the little white room.
Bamfed.
So you take your positions, and the boat, such as it is, starts up, and the actuators below start rocking it back and forth, which is sort of a comic approximation of the way that a ship would move on water without it actually going anywhere.
Yo ho yo.
I passed my constitution roll. I'm not seasick.
Life for me.
So
Do they all do this?
yeah, the last time you were on a boat, and maybe the only time you were on a boat,
Was when I was going to
Kira,
Slavers Bay.
yeah, you were
Didn't like it
captives.
then either.
You get jolted around a little bit until you get a feel for the ship under your feet. So the crowd laughs a little bit. They're very expectant about how this game is going to go. It seems like there isn't anything to do at first, but at the bow of the ship, the tactician, Kira, all of a sudden this
'Cause
huge
I'm good at tactics.
metal arm
There's a huge metal arm, guys.
springs out from below the ship, and it almost slices into you before it stops. You can see it sort of when you're looking over the side. There's a large square sign with a straight ahead arrow in the middle of the pole. It's about as high as your waist, and it's not visible to anybody else on the ship because it's kind of below.
Go
up to the
straight.
front.
Huh?
Go
Help us see
straight.
threats.
Okay, straight ahead. After a few moments, the straight ahead arrow folds up in a spiraling motion, like a hand fan sort of closing on itself, or one of those, if you've ever seen the really cool old flashes for cameras that you could unfold, almost accordion style. And then out of the central pole, two perpendicular poles spring out, like switchblades. That's the word I'm looking for. Spring out of the side. You don't see any signs on them for a moment until all of a sudden all three of them open simultaneously. And from left to right, there's a silver coin on waves. Then in the middle, there's a billowing sail on a blue background. And then on the right, there's a solid blue background.
Silver coin, sail, or solid blue?
Silver coin.
Are you smoking crack up there, lass?
And the signs vanish right after
Go
you
left.
do that. And it seems like
I think they call that port.
Port.
Bow.
there's no time for decisions made by committee. So you stay on your current course, which was a billowing sail on a blue background. At the helm,
Got to be decisive.
Kalman sees
Yeah, I'm weak with that.
back where Kalman is, there are a few winches at the back of the boat, and each is attached to a cord, and you watch them go out. Hold on.
I thought you said a few wenches.
I had said winches?
Winches.
And Sam's face when he realized when he said a cord attached to them.
It's like, oh, I was about ready to go fight some wenches.
No, he was getting
these
ready to
aren't the
wink.
winches. Maybe the winches will be later. But
These are not the
Why
wenches
is your
you're
first
looking for.
instinct to, never mind.
fight a winch. So these winches...
You know I'll throw down with a winch any day.
winches are attached to these silver cords to these balloons that raise up into the air. As each one of the winches lets out a wild spinning noise until they reach the end of the line. They all look like they're similar balloons and they're out similar lengths. Near the winches, where they would wheel the balloons back in are spikes sticking out in the directions of the balloons. Beside the ship's wheel is a similar sign to those at the front, but it's depicting what is going on with the ship right now, sort of the status of the ship, which Kalman's monitoring. A billowed sail on a plain blue background, and it feels like you're moving ahead at a good clip. Okay? So I need all of you to roll intelligence checks to try and see what you might be able to figure out about how this
Yikes.
game works.
18.
16.
11.
I rolled a 16, so please tell me what I'm doing.
5.
Okay, well, Kira and Dern have some idea about how this game is going to work. Dern, where you are, in the middle of the ship, you see that there are these different levels marked on the side of the ship, and they almost look like water. And there are 5 different water levels. So it looks like if the ship starts filling up with water and it makes it to that 5th level, it might end the game. Okay? So you get the idea that if water starts coming in, part of your job might be to bail it in the middle of the ship.
Oh, aye.
Kalman gets the idea back where he is when he sees those balloons go out that they have something to do with how fast the ship is going. It looked like now that you're going at full speed, the balloons are staying out, but if something slows you down, they may start getting pulled in. And if all the balloons pop, you get the idea that the game might be over as well. So you have to keep moving. Kira, in the front, you get the idea that you're going to be offered 3 choices each one of these turns. And you're going to have to choose quickly and relate it back to Kalman right away which way he should go. And those choices are going to sort of affect the different statuses that are going to occur with the boat.
And we're heading towards treasure?
You would like to get treasure,
Okay.
but you would also like the ship not to fill up with water. You would like it not to slow down enough to pop the balloons, and there may be other hazards that may come up that may do other things as well.
Okay.
I'm going to say right now, this game's a little bit ambitious. It has a lot of rules, and we might get very confused, but it might be pretty fun too, so I have no idea how this is going to go.
Oh,
All right?
boy.
This was the one I was a little bit worried about. But we're going to get started. All right, the first round, the ship starts moving. It feels like it's moving. It's kind of like it's going fast forward with the billowing sail it has right now. So it's billowing on blue. Need you to roll a d20, Kira, and tell me what it is.
3.
1,000.
Okay, on the left, a skull on white. In the middle, a skull on white. On the right, a skull on white.
Great roll.
Let's go starboard.
Can you just tell me left or right? I'm kind of
Right.
And he just manages to get turned to the right in time. So the immediate effect of this is this little platform starts raising out of the Colosseum. It looks like it's got sea waves and seagrass that are obviously like a cardboard mural like you would see at the Under the Sea dance at some school function. Running back and forth on it are 2 orcs in a crab costume that only covers up like their top half. The costume looks plush and unimposing, which makes the steam-powered metal claws that each orc is operating look extremely out of place and dangerous. The platform raises beside the middle of the ship
Attack.
when the fighters are
Attack.
where you guys are stationed, and the crab leaps onto the deck to attack. So I need all the fighters to roll initiative. I have
Firebolt
initiative
on the plushy
for
bits.
Kira and Kalman when they act.
Nat 20.
16.
10.
How many rounds are
I'm
there?
excited about your 10 for a second.
No, I
It
was
has to
fine
do
with it.
when
Now I'm
if the
bummed
ship
out.
reaches any of the negative status effects, the game ends. Can you tell me those again?
Nat 20. I'm
6.
very proud.
10.
10.
All right, Dern, this pair of crab orc people, these orcs in this weird crab costume have just jumped onto the ship right in front of you. So it's your turn.
orcs.
I want to let out a battle cry. referring to the treasure at the end, for the horde! And then I would like to try to crush the plushy bits of the crab orc person with my two-handed versatile hammer.
Okay.
Just, straight down on his head.
Okay.
Wouldn't it make more sense? Okay.
Would it make... Well, haha.
It'd make more sense to crush the claws so that they don't work, but...
Right, but if
Go
you kill
off.
the plushy bits, then the claws won't work
No,
either.
no, whatever. No, it's fine.
Plus, you might get
whatever.
some meat.
Or swipe out the leg so they fall overboard.
No, it's
15.
fine. Whatever.
15 hits.
Okay. Oh wait, no, I gotta roll.
Crack him!
I gotta roll a d10. I'm not used to
Kraken?
this.
Crack him.
I don't see a
guarantee you
kraken.
This is sea
It's
themed.
a
We're gonna hit
play.
a kraken before
He's gonna
long.
crack.
It's a
Kraken.
play on words.
12.
Okay.
12 did start with...
Yeah, so...
Well,
you
it was
had maths.
It was another number, and then I had to add this number.
Crazy
and
how
then
this
that
game
made it a
works.
different number that started with a different
Math.
sound other than s.
So this time, the shield on your back, the two-handed, or swinging two-handed with this hammer, which you haven't really done a whole lot, it makes it a much more impressive, resounding, what would have been a crack, but it just, it gets a little bit absorbed by the plushiness of this crab
And
costume.
instead, it squeaks.
Yeah, kind of like a bath toy. And you watch one of the orcs just stumble backwards a little bit, and it makes the crab kind of scuttle around a little bit because they're pulling against each other a little bit now. Grease Wizard.
I'm gonna cast Firebolt
Okay.
at it.
You have a little bit of close quarters here, so the thing's kind of near you, so you might...
Don't
I'll
set the
run
ship
back
on fire.
a little bit.
Okay.
And then
All right, it will take an opportunity attack at you if you move out of its range.
all right, let me see what else I can do.
Don't you have like a AoE fire thing?
No.
No.
Or maybe he lost that when he became an invention wizard.
Fireball's the roll to hit cantrip, right?
Yeah.
Or firebolt.
Yeah, I'll take an opportunity attack.
Okay.
This
That's
crab.
a 10 against your AC.
Does not hit.
So he's kind of stumbling back from being hit with the hammer, and he reaches out with that claw thing, and it's just awkward and too high for the gnome. You duck under, and now you can make an attack if you'd like.
Yes, I would like to cast Firebolt.
Okay, do it.
Set the costume on fire.
Oh.
Or
That's a
not.
3 plus 7.
That
10.
hits.
Oh.
Plushy
nice.
bits.
Yeah, this
Yes.
is not a very well armored or good or something that is good at dodging type of creature. So that
Well,
will hit.
he is clumsy.
That's a 3.
3 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Little firebolt goes through like the little hole in one side of this thing's mast where the orc faces are sticking out so they can see you, and just burns all the hair off of its face.
Yikes.
It
Ow.
says a flammable object ignites.
I haven't checked the tag on the suit to see if it's fire
Polyester?
safe or not.
Yeah.
It's polyester. It melts.
It's on fire.
Oh, man.
You've got a flaming crab right now.
Kick him
Nice.
off the ship.
Aaron, it's your turn.
I'm gonna try to cut between the two orcs, like
Okay.
kind of cut it in half with my politer smiter.
All right, do it.
I'm just not rolling well today. 15.
Yeah, that
15's a
definitely
good
hits.
roll.
Well, I didn't roll well,
You get
but
to
I
add
have
a
a
lot.
good bonus.
Yeah.
Okay.
So roll your damage on that.
Turn the X sideways like a tennis racket.
7 plus 4 is 11.
Yep. Okay, the axe does go clean through the middle of these two orcs, and it splits it apart, and you caught one of their arms. It seemed like they were kind of holding arm in arm next to each other.
Aww.
And it's got a big gash in its arm, and now the two of them are sort of coming around separately with the two claws. They're going to be trying to flank and bite. They're going to step toward the Grease Wizard, which would mean Dern and Arn could get an opportunity attack if you wanted.
May I?
Yeah, you both can.
You're being very polite about the violence that you caused.
Well, it's kind of my game.
13, 15.
15 hits.
What bonus do I use for an opportunity attack?
The same as a regular attack.
Okay, 9?
9 does not hit.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to try to sweep the leg on Johnny. whichever
Okay.
orc is named Johnny.
Yeah.
Sweep the leg!
8.
Okay. You smash, instead of really sweeping the leg, you kind of smash through the knee, and Johnny lets out this ear-piercing scream
Crab battle.
and falls off the side of the platform with a poof, and just as he hits the ground, not before he hits the ground, you watch him blink out like he went to that little white room.
And can I take? No, never mind. This is not a turn. This is an opportunity. to
Right.
take.
So the
Disregard.
other one with the claw, who you burned the beard off of and the eyebrows off of, GW, comes at you with that steampunk actuator claw.
Just try and hit me.
That's an 8.
Nope.
So, again, way over the top of your head, doesn't realize how well you can limbo. All right, Kira, it's to your turn. Are you looking at the battle, or are you looking ahead for any status updates?
Can I glance between them?
You can. Make a perception check.
Hearing or sight?
You would
Kidding.
probably be able to hear that thing shoot out if it shot out.
Okay, then it would be 11 if I'm listening.
Okay, you do hear it pop.
I look back.
Okay, roll a d20.
14.
Okay, from left to right, you see a silver coin on a gray background. In the middle, a full sail on white. On the right, a silver coin on a gray background.
For the horde, lass.
Left.
Okay. Kalman turns to the left, and you receive a silver coin, which is worth 2 points.
Da 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 da.
You are also now in a misty area where the fog is obscuring your vision of where those status things pop up from,
Misty,
okay?
misty, misty.
But you still feel like you're moving really fast.
mist.
The balloons have not been pulled in at all.
You'll blend.
You haven't taken on any water, but the crab, half of the crab is still there.
Crab
Dern,
battle.
it's your turn. Crab battle. It's back to your normal turn.
I want to try to again sweep the leg on Jimmy.
Jimmy. Got
Jimmy
it.
and Johnny, the orc brothers who play crabs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously.
Yeah. All right. So it's going to be a 17.
Okay.
All right.
Your hammer cracks into his leg.
Ow!
For 11 damage.
Right,
11.
right when it cracks into his leg, you start to hear the and poof, he's gone. It just vanishes. So the crab has been taken away.
Successfully
All right.
battled.
Did he happen to drop one of his crab claw
Successful
actuator things?
crab battle.
No.
Okay.
Grease Wizard,
thinking.
it would be your turn. There's no immediate threat, but you can move, you can prepare, you can do whatever you'd like.
I chill.
Okay. Aaron?
I'd like to look at my politer smiter and be like, you don't have to be so quiet. It's okay.
Okay.
Because I forgot to do the thing again.
Mostly hit the costume. I guess you got their arm. too.
Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't do it, and then I was like, well, I didn't actually hit a living creature, so...
You did gash the arm.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh,
Arms
sorry.
don't, Arms not part of the creature. Okay. Kira, it's you're looking through the gray mist, so I
Do
need
I
you to
need to
make
w-
a perception check.
17.
Okay, you can see as these things pop out, it's a particularly good time for them to pop out as some of the mist has drifted. So I need you to roll to see what the things are.
15.
Okay. On the left, a silver coin on white. In the middle, a gold coin on gray. Oh, I should say you got 1 point for the silver coin, not 2.
I thought we got
bad.
2 points for the silver coin.
Silvers are 1.
Oh.
Golds are 2.
Oh.
Gold on white?
Sorry. From left to right. Silver coin on white is left. Gold coin on gray is the middle. And a full sail on blue is the right.
Straight.
Okay. Okay. Kalman
Okay.
keeps it
Okay.
straight.
Okay.
And you receive that gold coin.
Is that 2?
That's worth 2 points. And because it still hasn't changed your billowing sail, you're still moving at good speed. The balloons don't come in. and but the mist is still in the front of you.
Quick, everyone blow.
You do have a turn, so you guys are going to all take your turn to
Lad, turn on the
blow.
brights.
No, not the brights. It's misty.
Turn on
Low
the
beams.
The
Low
fog,
beams.
The fog.
Fog light.
Whoever's going to
Light,
blow on
right.
this turn, I guess make a Constitution check.
Make a blow check.
16.
8.
Is there a particular proficiency I should
Just
be?
you're adding your Constitution.
17.
Actually, no.
Oh, my
10.
Constitution. Okay.
Constitution.
That's
I
going to be
said
an
10.
11.
Okay.
19.
So for the most part, it's just
These two
Just
can really
blowing.
blow.
But Kira manages to blow some of the gray mist away from the front. I don't
Didn't
know.
you have like an
Might
eight?
make
Didn't you have like an
the
18?
difficulty class of your next perception
had-
check a little lower.
Okay.
Oh,
All right, Kira, make that perception
16.
check.
Yeah, 16. To be fair, the gnome can blow
7.
pretty well too.
Okay, you
Full of a lot
don't
of hot
see
air.
through the mist this time. So I need you to roll the d20.
4.
Okay, so you don't know what any of the signs. Wait, you had a 7? You can only see the left sign is rocks on a gray background. You cannot see the middle or the right sign through the
Right.
mist.
Don't go left. Don't no left. No left. Go right.
confusing.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So
And he's like,
Kalman goes to the right, and you watch the sail above you kind of empty out, and the balloons reel in a little bit.
What do the balloons do?
Will you roll a d4 since otherwise I'm doing it with Kalman?
If I play Mario Kart correctly, the
3.
balloons are our health.
Okay. The balloon second from the right reels in a little ways, about a third of the way. Okay.
Can we help her look out for like hazards and stuff?
If you're up in the front, because she's looking down off the front of the ship. She's
Isn't
the
that
only
kind
one
of
who
where
can
we
kinda
are? I
see
mean, the
them.
ship's only but so big, right?
You're kind of in the middle.
I think we're on a
30-foot
lower
section.
level.
Yeah, you're kind of down in the dip. She's up on the little
If I s-
platform in the
if
front.
I send
and
our own
Kalman's on
little,
the
if, we,
platform
if I
in the
send our
back.
own little dip up to the front, I mean that'll help him with the range too, right?
He can, if he's up there and looking in that direction, he could potentially help look. Yes.
Okay, yeah, put him on the front, and then if we need you, I can just yell at you to throw
You
fireballs.
may,
This
depending
is the
on where the
playroom.
enemy is, if you do move up to the front, you would see. Yeah, we could use this boat because this is kind of what I have
Being
in
the
mind.
playroom, we have toys. So I just pulled the Imaginext
we do.
pirate ship.
So right now your sails are kind of empty,
How do you
Right,
open
there we
sail?
go.
but they are
Oh.
still
Ta-da.
may obscure your attack toward the back, depending on where the enemy is. If you move up to
That's
the
fine.
front.
I'll move on up.
Even though
Okay.
this is an audio podcast, I just want to describe to our listeners: there's a button that she pushes, and the sails fall down. It's glorious.
It's
It's
sick.
very
Is she
cool.
looking for miniatures now?
No. Yes.
This is slowly turning into like
This is real play.
thing. Yeah.
Well, you need a
cool one.
need a picture of that. Get him Windy Waters.
I have Windy Waters.
Does it, okay.
I don't know what that is, but I'm happy.
Right.
I have to ask if this game was inspired by this particular boat at all.
I'm looking for blue boots.
Your Hawkman.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're looking.
Wait,
for
did you
miniatures.
just go
I'm
up to
gonna
the
go
front?
pee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.
I found
Da,
you.
da, 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 da,
I
da.
feel like you're
Da, da,
bullying
da,
me.
da, da.
No, I don't want to be
I feel
that
like you're
one.
bullying me.
I don't want to be that one. You are
I
bullying
found
me.
red boots.
I don't know what that means. Oh, okay.
I also have her with blue boots, but I don't know where she is.
Do you have
We
any
are
proper?
playing with toys, listener.
Do you have any proper dwarves?
I'm looking.
Dear listener, we are playing with Legos.
I found one.
That's a. I like this one better.
That's actually better because it's an older one.
Does he have a hammer?
I don't think we have hammer.
He looks like more of a barbarian, but
Where
I'll
is
take
that
it.
door? I don't know where. Here's what's his name, Billy Waters. His name
How
Billy
is that
Waters?
in any way related to your
Billy
character?
Blaze.
Billy Blaze.
Is he like a grease golem now?
I'm very insecure about my size.
I thought that
Your
was Tim.
Clayface.
Yeah, that's my new one. No, I like my.
Billy Blaze though, fire. don't have to.
Yours is too big, Sam. You're not playing right.
This is my microphone. Go away.
Hey, put me on the port side.
Mike's got the Scottish-looking
I'm gonna set him up.
caveman.
So that I can jump off and really smash him with my hammer.
Well, there's not really a deck unless. Oh yes, this is neat.
Is
Wait,
Ari-
why'd you make my character go away?
Am I taking a
you guys
nap?
trying to put mine up.
Stupid.
We're going to have to start using miniatures.
Oh, we don't
We
have
don't have
Calvin.
room on our table.
I get to
we don't
order
have
something
Calvin.
new.
That's okay.
I get a new
No,
toy.
we need Calvin.
People usually forget I'm there.
I get to order.
Who
a new
said
toy.
that?
Huh? Sorry, this one's
Calvin,
dirty.
do you like this one?
Oh boy, am I really that round and metal?
What is that?
It's Hulkbuster Iron
That's-
Man
that's what I
suit.
thought
Yeah,
it
that's
was.
probably
I thought that was
perfect
pretty
for
good.
Calvin.
Put it in the back.
That's probably the closest thing we've got to a
Here, what do you-
Calvin.
Oh, you're over there.
Wouldn't,
Yes,
wouldn't
I'm-
Kira
I'm-
be up in like the crow's nest?
I'm in the front.
Yeah, she's in the front.
Oh, okay.
Monster.
I can drop the anchor.
Sure.
Thanks for listening to Date Night. I'm Eva. If you just can't get enough Date Night on top of the episodes that you get every 2 weeks, I wanted to let you know about our premium episodes that are available on Podbean or directly at datenightpodcast.com. Click on Behind the Screens tab to learn more. Or if you're a Podbean listener, you can subscribe directly from our Podbean feed in the mobile app or on the desktop site. Now back to the action.
So what? So now that GW is helping her, she gets like what? Like advantage on perception checks or something?
If he's looking. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, listener, we're back from playing with toys.
So your status right now, Kalman
You're on
calls
date
up.
night.
We're in mist and we have empty sails.
Are we just wasted in the back there? Why are we all laying down?
Because they don't stand up.
Because they don't stand up very well, okay. There's nothing I can do about that, buddy.
Empty sails. What does that mean?
That means
What
you've
do you mean?
slowed
What does
down.
that mean?
I
And
start blowing
like
up
one of the
sails.
balloons has reeled in a third of the way,
Oh no.
heading toward the spikes, and that could be bad news. You don't know if a balloon pops, it's over. You don't know if it's of all
Do
the
you have
balloons
some kind of
pops.
wind spell?
We assume it's Mario Kart rules.
Okay, that makes sense. Mario Kart rules.
Is there anything we can do?
No, I'm just waiting for Kira to stop playing with toys so she can roll her next check.
Come on, Kira. What are you looking for?
But
We
it's
have
fun.
Okay,
Pirates
those
for the
are
bad
bad
guys.
guys. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, I've got my stash of bad guys.
Do you have
All
any
right.
crabs?
So you're spending this turn helping her look.
Yeah.
So you get to
I-
roll your perception at advantage.
Oh, good, because I rolled a 7. I rolled a 7.
Okay. You will only see one of these three again. So can you make a d20 roll to see what comes up here?
I rolled a 1.
Okay. You see
Roll better.
on the right side
different dice.
a skull on waves, and that's all. That's the only sign you can see.
I bet they're all skulls on waves.
Go straight.
Okay. So as he goes straight, he says, "Oh boy," and what do rocks mean? He says, and you feel a poof like that, and he goes,
Kalman, don't hit the rocks!
"Oh!" So he's going to roll a dex check as he's got like a mini game in the back where he's got a little. I don't know if you guys are old enough to have had that toy, but maybe Mike and Amy had it. It's supposed to look like a video game, but it's not really. It's just you can turn the wheel and the little car moves, but it's just like a carousel wheel.
I had
wind-up
one of those.
games.
Stunts.
And it came like with a VHS tape that you thought you were playing, but it was actually all just a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's really just like the
What?
same 8 obstacles that
Yeah.
go around in a circle. And
Zay
you
still
can
has one
move
downstairs.
around it.
Yeah, that was my childhood.
So it's kind of like that, and Kalman's playing this mini game, and he's got a 9 on his dex check.
Does this
so-
lie to him as much as the VHS tape lied to me?
It's lying! And he smashes into the rocks.
Ruh-roh.
Uh-oh.
And you have taken on 2 levels of water immediately. You watch these little, faucets all around the inside of the ship just start spraying water down until it gets up to 2 levels of water.
Is there a bucket?
Can I? Yeah.
Yeah,
can
there
I
are
start?
a couple of buckets around.
Okay, I'm gonna start bailing us out.
Okay,
I'll
Arn
help.
and
Should I
Dern.
roll for that?
So, Arn, if Dern is helping, you can just roll a straight-up check to see if you bail. It's an athletics check.
Can I roll at advantage since he's helping?
No. If you have 3 people bailing, you can roll at advantage. If you have 1 person bailing, you roll at
I'll help with
disadvantage.
Mage Hand.
No.
10 pounds of water is like this much.
Okay.
I don't think you'll be... I mean, you could jump down there and start bailing. It's not out of your movement
I
range.
prefer you to stay
Hey,
up
someone
front.
come help us!
No, I prefer him to stay up front.
Are you sure?
She's rolling real bad. She needs me.
It's up to you.
I'll stay.
You're staying?
So
All right.
You're staying there?
Yep.
Okay, fine. Then that's a 3. Plus my athletics is a 9.
Okay, you don't manage to get the water level down to 1. It's still... You're getting water out, but it's still considered around level 2 for water right now.
Do I get to roll?
It's going to be 1 rolling if 2 people are bailing. So you can decide which one of you wants to
Are
do
you
it.
proficient in athletics?
Yes.
What's your strength?
Plus 4.
Okay, I have a +5. Maybe I'll do it next turn.
I have a plus 5.
Okay,
Sorry.
Kira. You are still in gray, and you are on rocks right now. I need you to roll a perception check at advantage since Sam's still up there.
You're welcome.
Thank you, because that would have been a 1. 11.
Yikes.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Perception? Okay, then
Perception.
13.
Yeah, okay. You're going to be able to see 2 of these through the mist.
Okay.
You see, so go ahead and roll a d20.
11.
Okay, on the left, you see a silver coin on the forehead of a skull on a gray background. The middle one, you see rocks.
Go right.
Okay. You head to the right, and you say, Kalman says, "Oh no! Nothing changed!" So you're still on rocks, and you're still obscured by mist. So you get the idea that the white, if white is on a background, it's not making any change to where you are.
I couldn't see what 3 was, and I
Right.
figured it was better than enemies and
it might
rock.
have been. Kalman rolled a
But we need that
19
coin.
on his dex check this time. So you only see 1 level of water come into the ship, but now it's at 3 levels.
Do I have to do bloody everything? And I run down.
Okay,
And-
Darren, you can roll at advantage then if you have the Grease Wizard and Arn helping you.
20.
You suck.
All right. You have
Actually,
bailed.
I'm sorry.
Was it a natural 20?
No, it was an 18, but I'm proficient in athletics, so that would make it 20. Do I add my strength as well?
Mm-hmm.
25.
Okay, you've bailed down
Roll again,
2
see if you get a nat
levels
one.
between the 3 of
Roll
you.
again, see if you
You
get a
bailed
nat.
down 3 levels.
See if you get a nat 20.
I roll at advantage. Oh, I do roll at advantage.
Right.
Right. 3 people helping.
He's not gonna.
Yeah, no, it's the 25.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, it could have been better.
It's only 25.
So you've got it down to 1 level of water in the ship right now. So it's maybe about 1 level is about up to your ankles. Okay, Kira.
Can I run back up?
Oh, my socks are
Not
wet.
on this turn. You would have
How
used
about
your turn
19
for
this
that.
time?
All right, you'll be able to see all 3 through the mist. I need you to roll again. Right now you're on gray and rocks.
19.
On the left, a silver coin on a white background. In the middle, a gold coin on waves. On the right, a silver coin on a gray background.
Straight.
Okay. So you've moved off of the rocks at this point, but you have some waves. So Kalman's going to make a check to see how well he makes it around these waves.
You better not throw up on me, dwarf.
I'm going to hurl into my helmet.
Nodding your helmet.
Do with the drunken sailor? What do you do with the drunken sailor?
I'm going to throw you off
Dwarven
the
sailor.
ship.
So you got 2 points for the gold coin.
It's pretty much the same thing.
And because you're on the waves, you've been slowed down. So Kira, can you make roll a d4?
4.
Okay. The rightmost balloon wheels in once, 33% of the way. So you have 2 balloons that have moved in a third. And you're
I haven't
on
played
waves right
whatever
now.
Mario Kart game
And we
this
get
is a
to
reference
we get to bail
to.
more, right?
You can, if you'd
Okay.
like to bail on this turn. You can roll at advantage if the 2 of you are still bailing.
I'm
Is
gonna
that
run back up.
you're
I'm
gonna run
still
back to Kira?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm still helping though. So
Flat roll. 25.
you suck.
Nice. You have there's
Actually,
just
no.
it's just damp in the bottom now. No levels of water.
Now, maybe for next turn, we run back out.
But my socks are still wet.
You wear socks?
They are wet.
I
course
thought
you-
you wore
Of course
sandals.
you wear socks.
She wears
Socks
socks
with
and
sandals.
sandals.
You barbarian!
And they're like tube socks too. Argyle.
So captain's coat with the sleeves ripped off, puffy shirt, tricorn hat, and socks with sandals.
Are they
you are
tube
just
socks?
the pinnacle
And
of
the
fashion.
dragon egg.
And also baby wearing a dragon.
That's
egg.
right. Okay, Kira. It's still gray, and you're on waves. It's we're in the mist, and we're still on the waves. We have to speed up. So roll a perception check at advantage. This Grease Wizard's helping you.
6.
All right, let me do the rolls.
Please.
So that's you're going to see one of these 3. I need you to roll another d20 to see what the effects are.
Nat 20.
You can see one.
And I can see the best one.
And it's glorious.
Right?
Well, you won't know if it's the best one.
But you will.
But it's
Please?
glorious.
In the middle one, you see a full sail on a blue background.
Go straight.
Okay. So you get out of the waves, and your sail gets billowed up again, so you're not
Woohoo.
slowed anymore. So you have a billowing sail, and you're on blue, which is the flat, standard, nothing is hurting you.
And as you pass out of the mist, you see just all the treasure on either side of you.
Hooray.
No, you can't really see what the other ones were. Okay. Kira, you're on blue, so you don't have to make perception checks anymore. You will see all 3 of them. You just have to
Okay.
see what comes next. As the 3 signs pop out again.
And me and Aaron
Roll
move
a-
back up to the deck. We're no longer in the splishy splashy Bailey.
Okay,
place.
it's kind of the same.
I thought it was the same place.
That's like the same place.
I
that's
thought we
getting
were
flooded.
moving down below deck. Okay.
It's just on the deck.
It's not a real boat, silly.
I
Right.
may actually be the drunken sailor.
So roll a d20 to see what the 3 signs are.
10.
Okay, you see just blue, a plain blue background on the left. In the middle, a chest, a treasure chest with a skull. And on the right, plain blue.
Straight.
Okay! You get
penalize us
3
if you
points
influence her.
for the chest as you watch your score rack up to 8 so far for this event. And another section of the floor pops up. And
Is that
you
good
see,
or bad?
This time, instead of it being a platform, there's kind of this steampunk-looking plesiosaur that pops out of the ground. So it's got this really long
Sea monster.
neck
Yes.
that's slamming in the direction of the fighters. So
Can I roll a perception check for squishy bits?
it looks like it's pretty much made of metal, and it's got some kind of rubbery bits put over the top of it.
I
Do we
think
roll
we've established
initiative?
that
Yep.
things don't have soft underbellies in this game.
Just the 3 of you roll initiative. I have a static one for the tech.
That's a 20.
8.
13.
Ooh, nice number.
Grease Wizard.
It could be worse.
I like 13.
See, I rolled poorly there because it's not an athletics check.
All right, Grease Wizard, you're first. You just saw this guy pop up, but you're at the front of the ship still?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you're going to make any attacks from that area, it's going to have partial cover.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and use my move
Okay.
to run up to get out of partial cover.
Okay.
And
Well,
I'm
you've killed us all.
gonna reckless cast.
Okay.
That's my boy.
A first level spell. Haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, so you get to roll twice and take the spell you
Yeah,
want.
because didn't the last time you do it, you just kept hitting like color spray?
It worked, though. I got a 5 and a 1. So Burning Hands or False Life.
False Life gives you, I want to say, temporary hit points. It's something like that. And Burning Hands is a...
It's an AoE fire thing, isn't it?
Yeah, is it a melee attack, though?
I think it's with it. I think.
I
Sorry.
think.
I thank y'all.
I actually got sleep, too. That's the weird thing.
You
I
wanna
think
look?
I think
Yeah.
it's a cone attack.
It might be like a 15-foot
Yeah.
cone. While he's doing that, Aaron, you're going to be up before anybody, before the plesiosaur.
Yes.
So if you want to make your attack now, you can.
I would like to hit the plesiosaur with my axe.
Okay, he's kind of
Please.
not like
Yes, Lord.
not up against the ship yet. He's kind of out a little ways. So.
Okay, I would like to use my movement to jump on his back.
Okay, cool.
Wait, hold on. Let me cast. It's a area of
Okay,
effect.
So you're going to do
kind
that
of thing.
before
It's like-
she jumps. That would
Yeah.
make sense.
Yes, please.
So I have to make a save.
A dex save.
For a giant metal plesiosaur.
No, that's 5.
So, Chaboy's gonna make you do 3d6 fire damage.
Okay.
That's a 2. That's another 2. And that's a 1.
So that's 5.
Nice.
But
Crushed it.
if there's anything that's could be on fire,
You said rubber.
It
rubber
is.
burns.
Yeah, so this
And it
terrible
smells
stench
bad.
yeah, comes off of the plesiosaur, and
Whoa.
you can see now its gears and everything inside, and it's like, it doesn't look like getting the coating off of it has made it any weaker, but you can definitely see like where all the joints and
We
stuff
are
Can I
really
still
testing
jump
Dern's
on?
gag reflex here, aren't we?
with the rubber smell.
And the waves rocking
Yeah.
seasickness.
Okay, Aaron, yeah, you can jump. Make an athletics check, or I guess this is acrobatics.
Acrobatics?
Yeah.
Okay, 17.
All right. Where did you want to land on this thing?
I wanted to land kind of between where its shoulders would be.
Right. Okay. You're on it.
Yes. Okay. So I can look down and see the gears working, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to stick my javelin into the gears.
Okay. Just roll an attack with the javelin first.
It's a shame you don't have
You
any
can roll it
grenades.
as a spear, so you
Yeah.
add your strength and your proficiency bonus.
Nat 1.
You start to jam it in there right when it moves its neck, and it snaps one of your javelins in half.
Okay.
And it is the plesiosaur's turn now.
It was such a cool idea. I'm
Well, you're
furious.
still on it, so if it doesn't die before it gets back to you, which we'll see.
That actually might be a problem if it dies before you get back on the boat.
I'll figure it out.
Okay.
It's going to take a bite attack at the grease wizard, so it sticks its head onto the ship.
Hey!
That's an 11.
No.
And then it's going to try and whip its neck across the deck and try to hit Dern and the grease wizard. So I need
Hey!
Watch it whip!
each of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
13.
8.
All right, so its neck cracks into both of you and
You're
deals
having way too much fun over there.
6
Shush.
bludgeoning damage to each of you.
Oof.
Dern, it's your turn. Right now, its head and neck are kind of near the area where the two of you are, as it's in there trying to make bite attacks on you.
I would like to, whilst, again, two-handing my versatile Dern good hammer, thunderous smite upside its head.
Okay. You're going to burn a smite.
It's 11, 16, 18.
18 hits.
Watch it.
9.
Plus the thunder damage.
Yeah, which is 2d6. 2.
Okay. So
So
you just
11.
smack into its face with the thunderous smite, and you hear the big boom.
How did it do on its constitution save?
What does it have to do, or get knocked back?
It's, yeah.
13?
It's against my spell set. Yeah, it passes.
That passes?
Yeah.
Okay. So you just knock into it, and you hear the big thunderous boom as you smack into its head, and you see sparks fly off of the metal, and the crowd cheers, thinking it was the Thunderhorn. All right, it's back around to Kira.
Wait, isn't it my turn?
No.
Kira needs to put down the toys.
Wait, are you sure?
You just went with the spear before the plesiosaur went.
Yeah, Kira hasn't gone yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Are you doing the combat, or are you watching the...
I'm watching.
Okay, it pops out. It pops out every round, so...
Okay. 13.
All right, yeah, Kalman says, we're still billowing on blue, so you can see
That's
all
not his voice.
3 of... We're still billowing on blue!
Thank you.
Did you say it was a 13?
Yes.
The left is a full sail on gray.
Nope.
Straight is a silver coin on gray. Right is a gold coin on skull.
Gold coin. Right.
Okay.
We want
You
more?
collect the gold coin, so you're up to 10 points. Out of the ground come this little platform that pops up super quick, and there's just 3 guys with fish hats on it. They're not even dressed up like anything. They're just 3 turtle-born guys with hats that look like fish.
And that's how they communicate that they're supposed to be fish.
Right. And it looks really cute. They spray at you from their fish hats.
Silly.
1 at each of you. That's a 12 against your AC.
Miss.
An 11.
Miss.
A 28.
Come on!
But she's on the plesiosaur.
I'm on the plesiosaur.
Yeah.
That's true.
Can I duck behind its
They
neck?
should have disadvantage because of
They
how
looked
far
around.
away she is.
But they still shot at you.
Come on!
And it does look super cute, but it's acid.
Come on!
It's like,
So you take 7 acid damage.
Oh, that's nothing.
That's going to splash onto the plesiosaur, though.
Yes,
right?
it
And
is.
I don't think with the 20...
quick, rub your
Yes,
face.
it does.
Fair.
Like,
Honestly,
it's lucky
forget
it's
it.
not in her eyes. But that platform with the fish people on it, they just whoop back into the floor.
This sucks.
You killed me.
No, I killed Grease Wizard.
Oh, that's okay.
So now, Kalman had gone. He went in that direction. Grease Wizard, it's your turn.
So the plesiosaur is still...
Yeah, the plesiosaur
Living.
is still large and in charge.
Do you have anything that
Don't
rusts
worry.
very quickly?
I got this!
I can just cast... I'm going to reckless cast a cantrip, because I don't got too much.
I
don't-
still feel like
What's
you
the advantage
skipped
of
my
reckless
turn.
casting?
It's just
There's
different
some things
options.
he doesn't have.
Oh, okay.
Do you get to roll twice for that or only once?
Roll twice.
I thought it's only once for the cantrip.
Oh, let me look. But if you want me to just cast once just to be safe, I could do that for you.
I think it is unless
Unless
You're
I
using a
do a
spell
spell
slot.
slot. All right, then there's 3. That's a firebolt, so...
Okay. Roll a d20 to see if you hit it.
16 plus my
Yeah.
spell casting.
That's like 23. Yes,
Yeah.
that hits.
And then that's a d10. 3.
Okay. Firebolt shoots out into the side of the plesiosaur, and you watch it melt a couple of the little gears by one of its fins. Aaron, now it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to attempt the same thing.
Okay. Make an attack like a spear attack.
13.
That barely hits. Its AC is 13, so I'm going to say that you're going to do the normal spear damage, but you don't really get it wedged
Wait.
exactly where you want.
Okay.
So the spear damage is, with 2 hands, I think, is 1d8 plus your strength modifier.
Okay. Is this a D8?
I can't see.
What are you giggling about?
She's playing with the toys.
Yeah, she's literally doing like this play-by-play. So you got your javelin, and then she put like, I think it was a pencil. Okay, a pen. into
But that is
Should
an
be recording
8
that.
plus my strength modifier. Does that include my proficiency or no?
Not for the damage.
Okay, 12.
That's darn good.
No, darn good.
Darn good.
My only good roll.
12 points of damage. So with 12 points, you really do cram it in there and jiggle it around, and you see some of the springs just blowing out into the crowd and hit some guy, some poor sap in the eye. He's like, oh, a souvenir! I guess he's Calman's brother with that voice. And the plesiosaur
Calman looks into the crowd with tears in his eyes.
has you on its back, but it can't really reach you, even though you did all that damage to it. It just can't get around to reach you. So it's going to take a bite attack at
That's right.
Grease Wizard. That's a 12.
Nope.
Okay.
Flies off the assless chaps.
Yeah, it takes a bite into those arco-mechanical chaps, and it just can't get through. I should have bit the butt area. And then it makes the neck whip again. So I need Dern and Grease Wizard to make deck saves.
It dropped the javelin.
10.
8.
All right, so both of you are going to take
Very
7 points of bludgeoning damage as the neck cracks into you. Dern?
Is it?
Shouldn't this be slowing it down, though? What I did?
It might.
Okay.
Keep getting some gears out of it. It still looks pretty hardy, though.
So this thing's still basically within melee range? Like it's...
Yeah, its head's come in for that strike, and it's whipped across, but it's keeping its head in there trying to bite you guys.
Is there a place on its head where I could fit a grenade into?
It keeps opening up its mouth, like, every so often.
Orange.
Like it's not even trying to just bite, like it always is opening and closing. So you could try to time it with
Yeah.
a dex check.
I'll just try to get a grenade inside of its mouth.
Okay,
Orange on the plesiosaur's back.
so dex check.
19! Yes!
Okay.
Yes!
Don't
roll
forget,
your
Arin's on the plesiosaur.
grenade damage. That's, I believe, 3d8. And it's inside its mouth.
2, 8, 8. So 6 to 18.
18?
18. 8
Yeah.
and 8, 16, 2. Yeah, 18.
You watch its jaw blow off on the underside, so it no longer has the bottom jaw. You can see, like, the little gears moving up and down to try and move the jaw, but it's not attached to anything anymore. Kira, it's your turn.
It's
You are
still...
billowing on blue. But there was a big cheer from the crowd as that boom, and the jaw fell off of the thing into the ground.
8.
You see tentacles on a blue background on the left. In the middle, rocks on a gray background. On the right, an empty sail on waves.
Left.
Okay. You remain billowing in blue, but out of the side of the ship come these things that look kind of like pool noodles, and they start moving in to try and smack toward
They're cracking arms.
Dern and the Grease
The
Wizard.
extremely unthreatening Kraken.
So they are like these foamish type things, but they've got these ball bearings on the end of them. So like at first it seems harmless, but then it's not so harmless.
Who designed these games? Gosh.
Some maniacal bastard. All right. Kalman used his turn to steer.
Takeshi did to save his $1 million house.
And
I think you mean castle.
Castle, excuse me.
Grease Wizard, it's your turn. You've got these tentacles. There are 6 of them flailing around. And you've still got the plesiosaur, though it doesn't have a jaw anymore.
So how close are they together? Like
The tentacles?
Yeah.
They're probably about... There's 3 of them on each side of the ship. So each of them are probably about 5 feet apart.
All right, I'm going to cast Shatter on the one in the middle.
Okay, you could potentially hit all 3 on a side then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they have to make Constitution?
Yeah.
Is it Constitution?
Yeah.
I'm going to guess one of those passes with a 19, and
Yeah.
the others are 11 and 3.
No.
Okay, so roll your damage.
5. 0 is 10, right?
It's 10,
0 is 10.
10.
15.
Nope, I shouldn't be rolling a 10. It's 3d8.
Oh, okay. Darn, that was a
8.
good roll. Well, that's good, too.
6. 5.
We're okay with it.
Wow,
Woo!
19?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you shatter all 3 tentacles on one side of the ship.
Right on!
Aaron, it's your turn. You're
How
on
many
the
are there again?
back.
How
There
many are
was
left?
3 on each side.
3 on each side.
I'm
okay.
going to try to kind of hack its head off with my Politer Smiter.
Okay.
11?
Yeah, that without its rubber coating on, that's going to hit.
Woohoo!
You're welcome.
Yippee! So,
What can I say?
D12?
But hey, you're welcome for that terrible smell. You know.
and that'll be 10 damage.
Nice. So
And the Politer Smiter says, "Oh, sorry about that."
It's Canadian now.
So right
It
where
is, yes.
you had made that really good gash with the spear and knocked the gears out, you found the weak spot, and you pulled the two-handed axe in and just split away the thing's neck, and it comes crashing down. It smashes off the deck of the ship, gets hit by a couple of those pool noodle-type tentacles on its way down, and falls into the bottom. You see the body of the plesiosaur is still shimmying around a little bit on the ground, but it's got smoke billowing out of its head.
Can I use my movement to jump back onto the ship?
Yep, you can make an acrobatics check again.
Okay. Phew, that was close. 13. No, 12.
Okay, you jump up and you don't get onto the ship, but you get a hold of the side of it. And that's
Okay.
about as far as you're going to get right on this turn.
I can hold on pretty good.
The tentacles swing around at the grease wizard, Aaron, and Dern.
Not me, not me.
Dern, yours is only, that's going to be a miss. Grease wizard. Oh, you're supposed to make a dex save. I'm not supposed to roll. Sorry. All three of you make a
19.
dexterity save. Aaron, you're going to be at disadvantage hanging off the side.
Okay. 10. No, wait. 11?
Okay.
4.
Aaron and Dern, you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as the flail on the end of that just kind of cracks into your shoulder.
Is that all you got?
And
Don't
hits-
provoke it, lads.
It's one of your hands, but you manage to hang on. You guys don't have any water. You're billowing on blue. The plesiosaur is still alive, but doesn't have its neck left. And you've got these 3 tentacles on one side of the ship swinging around.
The plesiosaur is alive?
It's
On the
not-
ground.
Does it pose any kind of a threat?
So far, it's attacked only with its bite and its neck, so you don't know of anything it could potentially do other
He's
than that.
planning something, though.
Is the head on deck?
No,
You
it
said
crashed into the
in
deck and
fell.
slid through like where the noodles were.
Okay.
Tentacles.
Okay. I'm going to take a swing at one of the tentacles with my hammer,
Okay.
which is a 1.
No. So just swing around at it and try to get the foam, and it just hits on your handle part of the hammer.
And then for a bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and cast a Divine Favor, which is like the Paladin spell from WoW, where you get a little bit of bonus damage on each one of your swings, the radiant damage.
Okay,
It's
so
like a
that's
1D
going to
it's a
go for your
1d4.
next...
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
concentration, right?
Yeah.
You want to wear a bunny
I
hat?
do want to wear the bunny hat. Can I have a bunny hat?
We have a basket labeled concentration hats, and they have bunny and kitty hats in them to remember that you're concentrating on a spell.
And they're
'cause
pink
it's
and fluffy.
really hard to remember. So you've got that. Is that like a minute long or something?
Yeah.
So you've got that probably for the rest of combat. We'll see how long this goes. Kira, it's back around to you.
Nat 20.
Okay.
Woo!
A silver coin. Oh, Kalman tells you the billowing on blue, so you know
Okay.
where you are. A silver coin on blue is on the left. A full sail on blue is the middle. A gold coin on blue is the right.
Right.
Right. You go to the right. You get 2 more points, and you're still billowing on blue. So you're up to 12. Grease Wizard, it's your turn. There are 3 tentacles trying to flail about and hit you guys, and there's what's left of the plesiosaur billowing smoke down on the floor of the arena.
And the
And Amy's using 3
plesiosaur-
pencils to be tentacles.
The
on the side of the
plesiosaur is
ship.
on the same side as the tentacles, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna
You
try
look-
and
you look
cast
like
it.
Wolverine goes to school.
Thank you for making that
Is there a way
comparison.
I can get all 4 of them in range?
Of what?
Shatter.
4.
No, the 10 feet is not
Oh,
going to
the
reach the
plesiosaur.
plesiosaur body. His neck was probably 15, 20 feet long
Okay. Then I'll just cast Shatter on the middle one again.
on the tentacles. Okay, so I make Constitution saves.
Yep.
My high is an 11,
Nope.
so they all fail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they all take full damage.
7, 5, 4.
It's raining foam and ball bearings over the crowd. And the people who catch the foam are happy, and the people who catch the ball bearings are not.
Are
Maybe
less
they should have put a
happy.
little more thought into this
I
game.
point to the audience. I say, "That's for you."
Blow kisses.
The guy with the blood streaming out of his eyes says, "Thanks, man." Aaron, it's your turn.
Okay, I would like to get onto the ship.
Okay, so that's your movement. Is you
Yes.
can just pull yourself up onto the ship. I think you can just do
Yeah.
that. You're beefy, so you're back on the ship.
Do we have any enemies left?
The
plesiosaur
plesiosaur's
body.
body.
There's not really anything I can do about that from here.
I would just leave it.
I guess I'll delay
I
my
would-
turn.
Okay.
Is Shatter a cantrip or a...
It's a 2nd level spell.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, no, that's a big.
You
I was
watch
saying
the
cast
plesiosaur
inside the
just
plesiosaur.
kind of move in this circle. He's not even really moving.
Oh, wait.
So
We're fine.
it's just kind of swinging around there in place.
Yeah,
going
I
in
don't
a
think we
circle.
need to worry about
Does
it very
anybody
much.
else have grenades?
I have one.
Everyone
I
has
have one.
Okay.
I thought
Everybody
about
got
using
one.
it on the plesiosaur, but it doesn't really pose a threat right now. So
Until you find out later it has a self-destruct sequence.
Yeah, I'll worry about that later.
Thanks
Okay.
for giving the idea to our GM.
That is Aaron's
damage
motto,
do
actually,
grenades
by
do?
the way.
You know, a self-destruct sequence that would do 1d4 damage.
Oh, yeah. Dern.
That's
it's,
future me's problem.
It's your turn.
Too bad the boat only has 1d3 damage.
What?
Did you say D3?
No enemies on deck. So the only thing is I'm just for the heck of it, I'm going to use my crossbow. I don't think that's going to carry over the divine favor damage because it's not the same weapon I had when I cast it.
We could look at divine favor. It might add damage to all your attacks.
Let's check.
That's
Your
something
prayer-
new you've
Your
prepared.
prayer empowers you with divine
Hey.
radiance.
Good
Your weapon attacks. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to use my crossbow.
Okay.
You're doing such a good job, Dan. I'm so proud of you. I'm God.
Natural 6.
Plus
Nothing. It's dexterity.
Oh, dexterity. Yeah, just plink off of the metal armor.
Okay.
I'm so proud
Kira.
of you.
You,
still
you got
proud of
billowing on blue.
6.
You see tentacles on blue on the left, tentacles on white in the middle, a skull on a gray background on the right.
Middle.
Okay. So the tentacles pop up. You remain moving quickly. And you remain in blue skies. But now there are tentacles back in. Let me roll them into the initiative. Whoa, that wobbled like...
Is that the only reason you chose tentacles? Is because you want to play with pencils again?
No, because the
Perhaps.
skull was on gray.
Grease Wizard, you're up.
How
I
many
think you're running
shatters
out of
can you
shatters.
cast?
I have one more spell.
Spell Squirrel has shatter.
Oh, yes!
Spell squirrel!
That is such a horrible
is
noise.
Oh, you
awful.
made it so gross.
Did I call a squirrel over?
Yep, bonus action. Spell Squirrel runs up your leg, spins around your back, sits on your shoulder,
And then I say,
and he casts Shatter right on your face.
no, that's not what I was. No, you got the translation wrong there, God. I told him.
Translation?
Translation.
Oh.
Told him to go over to the middle one and then cast Shatter.
Okay, so who's standing in the middle?
The middle tentacle.
The middle tentacle. Okay.
Yeah, like I-
Gonna be
On our
explicit to
enemy.
this.
It's a
to this
magical
squirrel.
creature. Be
Spectacular.
specific.
Yeah,
Oh,
be
okay,
specific.
that's fair.
So you run. He runs over to one side, goes to the middle tentacle, casts Shatter. You watch the squirrel climb up this flailing tentacle, get to the top where the ball bearings are, and go. just explodes out of the middle of this squirrel. And the highest is an 11 on the Constitution save.
Nope.
So roll your damage, and all three will take full damage.
8, 6,
Yes.
2.
And all three of the tentacles on the one side of the ship, again, into a spray of multicolored foam and ball bearings.
Aaron high fives the grease wizard.
Right on.
And it's your turn. So at the start of your turn, you high-five the grease wizard, and then...
That's your
What's
movement
next?
for the
I
turn.
don't have anything to fight, so.
Oh, there's
do. There's
still
three
three
more.
tentacles
Oh,
on the
there's
other
three.
side.
Oh, there's three
Yeah.
more. Oh, that
Yeah.
changes everything. Are they within melee range?
Oh, yeah, they're swinging all around, about to
Okay,
crash
I'd
into
like
you
to
guys.
chop one in half with my politer smiter.
All right, do it.
I got 3.
That's 19.
That hits.
Okay. The politer smiter says, "Oh, did I get you there?" And then that is 13 damage.
Yeah. Politer Smiter, you don't even feel it as it just chops through the foam and sends that foam noodle and ball bearings going ass over tea kettle over the side of the ship. And it smacks into the plesiosaur for roll a d4
Nice.
4.
for 4 damage.
Nice.
You just watch it cling off the side of the plesiosaur, who just continues spinning in a circle. Dern, you're up.
I'm going to take a swing at one of the with my hammer.
Okay.
So where'd my D20 go? There it is.
Amy is just having her own little world over there. Is anybody taking a picture of her?
I've taken.
She's filmed herself doing this.
I'm a nerd.
10 does not hit. the
Boy,
tentacles.
I'm sure glad I used my last spell slot to
But
you know.
you're still empowered for a while.
I know, but I feel useless that I've done 2 melee attacks and they've both whiffed with divine
I've taken
radiance.
notice.
They're very weird in how they're moving, and it's hard to get on them with the hammer. Like the
Please
axe
don't make
is
the
maybe a
tentacle
better
noises.
weapon.
Thank you for making me feel better.
Yeah. It is the tentacles' turn.
I'm a paladin. I just got my divine pep talk.
So the
I
two
find
people
that noise hilarious.
who just made swings at the tentacles, Arn and Dern, can you make a dexterity saves as the 2 remaining tentacles are lashing out at you?
8.
1.
Okay.
I don't get to add any bonuses to that, do I?
Dex.
No. One
It's a
you
nat
don't get
1.
Nope.
That's 3 bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
to
is
each
that
of you
all?
as the tentacles smack you. Kira. It's back to you. Billowing on blue.
8.
You see tentacles on blue on the left, rocks on gray in the middle, empty sail on waves on the right.
Calman's got good decks, right?
Make your thing. You're about to just
Go,
keep
go,
going.
go.
Left.
All right, that's
Sorry.
tentacles on blue. So you're still billowing blue, but now you're up to 8 tentacles. So you've got, let's see, 5 on one side, 3 on the other side.
I thought we only had 2 left.
Oh yeah, sorry. 5 on one side, 3 on
It's 8.
the other. So it's still 8.
Okay.
You had 2 left plus
2
6.
plus 6 is 8.
Yeah.
For those listeners who may
Math.
be
Definitely
wondering.
not
Sucks.
I
budgeting.
couldn't math.
I can't math.
Grease Wizard. It's your turn.
Should I use my last spell?
You got to
Yeah,
shatter.
all right. I'll shatter the middlemost one on the 5 side.
Okay.
So make those
Oh,
5 constitution checks.
Fail, 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 fail.
Fail.
Wow.
They all
Wow.
pass.
The highest is an 8 on 5 rolls.
8,
Yes.
3,
Not so much yes.
1.
Damn it.
That's enough.
Not bad.
For their hit
Yay.
points. You blast 5 of those tentacles. I'm going to say, though, with this many ball bearings flying through the air, I'll ask the 3 of you to make a dex saving throw.
It's not our fault that this game is poorly designed.
Hey,
7.
18.
16.
Hey.
Okay,
7.
Grease
Everything's
Wizard,
coming up darn.
you take 1 bludgeoning damage from a ball bearing that smacks you right in the assless part of your chaps.
Ow!
Aaron, it's your turn. There
As a-
are...
Can I drink a potion as a bonus action, though?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's a bonus
That's
action.
still your turn.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm going to drink a blue potion.
The blue potion?
Is it just blue?
That's
is it
a
like
potion-
Gatorade?
that
Like
was
it
the
doesn't
mystery
have a flavor?
potion.
Gatorade.
That's the blue one was a potion of heroism. So you get the effects of the heroism spell, so you might want to look that up.
Oh, no, I got that.
You're
That's a
going to get
paladin spell.
temporary hit points at the start of
Yeah,
each of your
yeah.
turn, I believe.
And does that raise that temporary hit points?
It doesn't go into your max hit points.
Okay.
Until
It's
the
a
spell
buffer.
until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier at the start of each of its turns.
So use
When
your
the spell
spellcasting.
ends, the target loses any remaining temporary hit points from this spell.
So that's your intelligence modifier for you.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever that
Plus
is,
my proficiency bonus, right?
no, just the modifier.
Okay.
So you get that many hit points temp at the start of each turn. It refreshes, so it's like a buffer.
Okay. So does that negate the -4 temporary hit points I already
That's
have?
supposed to be on your max hit points. The -4 from Clippy.
Okay.
That's that's your temporary.
Clippy ruined you for
I thought the
good.
temporary hit points was equal to your spellcasting ability. That's what it says on the card.
Your spellcasting ability
Yeah.
is your intelligence.
Oh.
Your spell to hit has your proficiency bonus on it.
Got it.
Well, for him it's intelligence. For you it's not. But
I think it's
It's
charisma.
just your
it's okay.
ability.
I'll take 5 temp hit points.
yeah, at the start of each turn. So if they go away, you get new ones.
All right.
Anyway, Aaron, it's your turn. There are 3 tentacles on one side of the ship. There's still the plesiosaur body spitting in a circle.
My math has 2.
No, it was 5 on one side, 3 on the other side. And Dern has... Did you go?
Okay.
Dern hasn't gone yet, right?
No, not yet.
So there's 3 on one side.
My math sucks.
Your math does suck today.
Over
Sorry.
Too
More
many
than one
pencils
turn.
around.
Okay, so I'm gonna attack one of the tentacles with my axe.
Okay.
19.
That hits.
Sorry. And that's 6 points of damage.
Nope, they have 5 hit points. So
Oh.
one of the tentacles
Woohoo.
is just barely chopped through and falls down onto the deck of the ship. The plesiosaur,
The deck of our ship?
yeah.
Is it still moving?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
The plesiosaur, the fire is basically you hear the gears grinding in it, and it just stops moving. Dern, it's your turn. That was appropriate. Just the plesiosaur just died.
Okay.
Is it
Yeah,
weird that I
two-
felt kind
two
of attached to
pool
it?
noodle
I'm gonna hit
tentacles.
I'm gonna hit one of the pool noodles with my hammer and
Okay.
try this again. Nat 20.
All
Hey,
right.
hey, woo!
So
He's lying.
you feel the power of Atlanta.
Atalanta.
Atalanta
I love you, Dan. You
come surging through your arm and charge up your hammer, and
You
then this
are my
burst of radiant energy.
little
You don't even
boy.
have to roll damage. The pool noodle just disintegrates in the radiant light, and
Splash
you
damage?
watch the ball bearings crash down onto the deck.
I just
Make
stare at
me
it for a
so
second, like,
proud.
oh, that was freaking awesome.
It was.
I am
And as you're
freaking
staring
awesome.
at it, the other tentacle
love you,
that's
Dan.
left comes up behind you and tries to smack
Goodbye.
you in the back of the head. Make a dex save.
Natural 6 again.
Ooh, it was on 4 and it went to 1. 1 bludgeoning damage as it smacks into the back of your helmet. Kira.
Bong.
I'm so proud of you.
19.
Okay, 19.
Thank you.
Kalman says, billowing on blue. And you see on the left a silver coin on white. In the middle, a gold coin on waves. In the right, a silver coin on gray.
You have to choose quick.
Gold coin. Straight.
Straight. Well, that's where you would have kept going if you didn't
Where's the gold
choose.
coin?
So you are up to 14 points. You watch the score rack up. And water starts rushing into the ship. It has taken on 2 levels of water. Grease Wizard, it's your turn.
Bail. Bail.
The
Not off the
tentacles
ship.
are still up. No, what's
One
still
one tentacle's
one.
up, and you've got 2 levels of water.
I'm gonna just firebolt the tentacle,
Okay.
the foamy tentacle.
D10 or D20.
D20. 10.
The tentacle.
Is that with your spellcasting?
Yeah.
That should be its.
Uh,
Never mind.
It whips out of the way as the fireball sails past it.
Aw, nuts.
Aaron,
I will hit it with my Collider Smiter.
Okay.
Sorry. But hopefully. Another 19.
That hits.
Okay. 10.
All right. Chop
That's
through
enough to
that
chop it
other
in half twice.
tentacle. Yeah. Foop, falls down onto the deck. Kalman, as he's steering through these waves, manages not to get the ship slowed down.
Good job, Kalman.
Dern, it's your go.
I'm going to bail.
All right, you'll be at
Like
disadvantage
the
because you're
water, not...
Yeah,
Okay.
you're the only one.
I'm making
bailing.
sure I'm being specific.
So roll an athletics check.
The magic
With
squirrel's helping him.
So,
It's got an empty acorn, like the lid of an acorn, and it's floop, floop, floop.
between the two rolls, my lowest was a 17.
You bail out one level of water, so you're down to 1. All right, we're billowing on waves right now, Kira.
I didn't have disadvantage.
And
that
you
would've been a
watch,
20.
even though nothing has happened to make this happen, other than enough turns have passed, you watch each balloon reel in by 1 level.
No.
I don't know what the balloons
You've
mean.
got 2 balloons
Mario Kart.
that
I
are
haven't played this game.
2/3 of the way in.
Okay.
And you've got 2 that are a
In
third
Mario
of the
Kart,
way in.
in the battle mode, you've got 3 balloons that circle around you, and if an enemy hits you, one of them pops. If all 3 pop, you're done.
You're dead.
That's
Do
what
they
I'm
lower?
assuming is going on
Do they
here.
lower in Mario Kart?
No, they don't
No.
lower in Mario Kart. That part's unique to whatever's going on in there. But I mean, the idea
He
of
said, gesturing to the DM.
the idea
to the
of,
game that I
of
didn't
the-
expect to be 3 episodes.
Yeah, the idea of it being like hit points is. Anyways, okay.
Right. You don't want them to pop.
Right.
And 2 of them are 1 pull-in away from popping.
Once you pop, you just don't stop.
So, Kira, you've got billowing
You will
on
stop.
waves, billowing
Okay.
sail on waves, and you can roll a d20. You're still blue, too.
6.
On the
Six.
left, tentacles on blue. In the middle, tentacles on white. On the right, a skull on gray.
What were they again?
Tentacles on blue, tentacles on white, skull on gray.
She's
Left.
just stalling for time.
Tentacles on blue. All right. You are still... no, the blue negates the waves. So you're billowing on blue again, and the tentacles are back at the
I don't
bottom.
remember what the difference is between blue, white, and gray, except for gray is mist.
Gray's mist.
Gray's
White
mist.
is you stay in the
White
condition
changes
you're already
nothing,
in.
and blue is back to fair skies.
If you were white, you'd still be on waves.
Okay.
But blue negates the waves. So
Okay.
You're back on easy blue skies, blue
Glad
waters.
you made that choice.
Instead of the white
How far
water.
away are we from the treasure? Can we see?
The treasure is on some of the statuses. Sometimes you've gotten silver
Right, but
coins,
aren't
gold
we
coins.
on the way on the? Going
No,
towards
you're not
the-
we're
actually
slowly
going
accumulating
anywhere.
treasure as we go through. The treasure is
I understand.
But
more
if you
now.
make it a certain number of turns, you'll
Without-
get to the end.
Got
and
it,
there'll
okay.
Be a bonus.
But the real treasure is in your heart.
The real treasure is the friends you made along the way.
Yes, friendship is treasure.
Okay,
Which is why I'm very sad when we miss
Grease
episodes.
Wizard. You've got 3 tentacles on each side.
Gonna reckless cast cantrip.
Okay. And you also have 1 level of water in the ship.
10. Yes, roll twice and cast each cantrip.
Oh boy.
That's a 5. That's a 3. So I get to have firebolt poison spray.
Oh God, that sounds terrifying.
Cool. I don't know how poison affects these things.
They're mechanical.
I don't-
It shouldn't affect
yeah,
them at all.
I don't think that's going to hurt them, but I think you're going to have poisonous fire shooting out anyway.
Yes, and since it's poisonous fire,
Maybe the poison could catch on fire.
I don't know
And
how
it could-
poison spray
it's-
Just
it
works.
roll
could-
a d12 instead of the d10 if you hit with fireball.
It
Because
could
they're
melt
going to
the
be
foam.
immune to the poison, but you could figure the spray of the poison will make it kind of more like Greek fire shooting out.
Perfect. That's a I forgot how to math. 24.
All right, I'm going to say that hits 2 of them that flail near each other because the way you made it into like a cloud.
D12, you said?
Yeah.
That's a 9.
So you burn up 2 tentacles on one side with that because instead of just a bolt of fire, it's this cloud of fire that just consumes the
Can
two
his
things.
can his cast animation be like a sneeze and it just ignites?
Sure, he pulls the his focus, which is the brush of happy accidents, up to his face, sneezes through the brush, and you see this fiery cloud. All right, Aaron, it's your turn. You've got one tentacle
Gesundheit, tentacles.
on the right side, 3 on the left side.
I would like to go for the one on the right side.
You also have 1 level of water. Okay.
Yeah, I'll worry about the water in a minute, hopefully.
Okay.
That's a 10.
That does not hit. It just whips out of the way as you swing.
Seriously, need more AOE in this party.
Dern.
What is that?
I'm area of effect spells. Like we have one, like your single target damage.
Oh yeah,
I'm
well I
single
don't have
target
any
damage.
spells. I'm not magic.
Well, no, I mean like your attacks.
I was terrified of
Like
hitting my
rogues.
friends, so that's why I chose my non-AoE spell.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. But like we only have one character in our part. It's just an observation. It's not a big
It's
thing.
Thank you.
I'm gonna bail more water because
Athletics check.
I'm
at
jumping off
disadvantage.
ship.
he jumps off the boat.
screw this noise.
Man overboard.
Wilhelm, come on, stop falling off my roll area. Natural 1.
You don't.
Suddenly,
bail
there's
anymore.
3
I
levels.
forgot how the bucket works.
Well, you're in the blue.
Turn hits
just
himself in the
upside
head with a
down.
the
bucket.
bucket straight up and down into the water.
He's trying to unplunge a drain.
Why isn't this
But
working?
you don't take any more water because you're not on waves anymore. So the tentacles are up. There are actually 4 of them.
4
So each of you 3 in the fighting area make a dex save. And Dern, you've got 2 coming at you.
10.
Okay. Dern. Aaron, I need you to make one too.
Oh, sorry. 4.
Dern, you take 5 bludgeoning damage from 2 noodles that smack into your face. Grease Wizard, you take 1 bludgeoning damage, but that comes out of your temporary hit points.
Oh, yes.
Aaron, you take 2 bludgeoning damage.
Hey, Greasy, what's your maximum hit?
28.
Okay. I still have more hit points than you at your max.
So this was just the taunting
No,
check.
no. That's my metric for if I'm doing okay or not.
Kira, roll a 20.
How about 16 instead?
16. Behind each one of these that pop up, you see an island. That is with, it looks just like you can spot land.
Land ho!
I am not.
There's a silver coin on blue on the left, a gold coin on white in the straight, and a chest on a skull on the right.
Chest on skull. Right.
Okay. You're up to 17 points. Out of the floor of the arena raises another platform with 2 really short humanoids inside. You can only see their legs, so you're not really sure what they are. They're underneath a metal exoskeleton in the shape of a shark. You can just see their legs sticking out, and they're wearing plate armor on their legs. And it looks rather like 2 guys in a horse costume, but with this giant set of like pneumatic metal jaws that are just going. And you see them like pinch, and they come up with this log already in its mouth, and it just splinters it inside its mouth. And it's going to roll into the initiative. And I have no idea what your guys' numbers are.
I think mine was
Yours
13
was 8,
last
right?
time.
All right. I'm going to say, I think it
was 20, 13, 8.
Yeah, so this is going to come in. Man, my sheet is a mess here. Aaron,
And whose fault is that?
Shark. Okay, Grease Wizard, it's your turn. You've still got 1 level of water around your ankles. You've got 4 tentacles flailing around on one side or the other, and you've got this new shark that's platform is moving toward the ship right now.
I'll delay my turn.
Okay. Aaron?
I would like to use my cornhole proficiency.
Okay. To do...
Grenades.
I'm going to take the pin out of my grenade and throw it into the shark's mouth.
Okay.
Underhand.
So, roll a dex check and add your proficiency bonus since you're proficient.
Are you
in-
sure that's not an athletics check since it's a sporty game?
No, it would be dex because you're throwing.
I would like to use my turn to help her with
Throw?
mage hand.
What do you do?
I'm spotting her.
Okay. You can do that.
That's a good thing because the first thing I rolled was a 2.
So you're at advantage with the mage hand.
13.
I'm going to go based on this thing's AC. The grenade's going to just bounce off its nose. You can roll a d4 for
And
the
land at the
bludgeoning
humanoid's
damage
feet and
that
they
it does.
die.
Aaron looks really sad.
But it's a grenade.
Yeah,
So,
AoE. You got the thing up close.
4.
so it does 4 bludgeoning damage. And go ahead and roll 1d8 for what it does to their legs.
Is this the 8?
2 pyramids, like.
5.
Okay. It blasts through and tears some of the plating off of one of the little guy's legs. The platform,
Does he do a little dance?
he does a hot foot.
Okay.
While screaming.
Yeah. You can't hear him inside the metal so good, though. Yeah. The shark's platform poof, up against the side of the boat, and the shark with the 4 legs sticking out walk onto the ship up to Aaron.
Well,
who
that's
somehow
not very realistic.
doesn't dodge out of the way, or maybe she does. Maybe she does. That's a 12 against your AC.
Nope.
So you see it coming, and you just step to the side. of
Okay.
the shark.
I like the fin. The fin is my favorite part.
Kira is in her, or Amy, not
element.
Kira, is in her own world over there with these toys. This is a mistake.
No, this is perfection.
Dern, you're up. You watch the shark just waddle onto the deck. You've got 1 level of water at your ankles. You've got a tentacle flailing on your right, 3 on your left.
I'm going to just try to crush the nose of this shark with my hammer.
Okay,
Y'all.
17.
that hits.
Okay.
You hear a
So-
clang.
So we've got the damage of the hammer. 1. No,
Plus
plus
your strength.
6. And then the radiant damage of 4. So
Pretty
10.
good for that. So you hear this clang and watch this flare of radiant light, and you just hear one of the guys inside go, "My eyes!" And
I feel really bad for these poor, like,
Minimum wage.
carnival workers.
yeah,
It's like going to Disney and beating the crap out of Goofy.
no, there's a reason to go to Disney.
That's such a funny mental image.
Hashtag not sponsored by Goofy.
All right, so
Hashtag
the
don't
tentacles
sue us.
again. 2 are swinging at Dern, 1 at the Grease Wizard, 1 at Arn. I need you all to make dexterity saves.
Ha, 19. So
19.
11.
Plus 1 is 20.
Okay,
just had to show me up, didn't you?
Grease Wizard, you
Eh.
take 1 against your temporary hit points, but they refresh each
They
round.
refreshed, so
that doesn't really hurt you.
So
It
you
just
feel nice and
swings and
refreshed.
this heroic blue aura around you just,
I love that it's blue.
yeah, just kind of
How did that get
absorbs
there?
that
It takes the
damage.
color
and you're
of-
like, you can't hurt me. You're just a foam noodle.
It takes the color of the
Alright.
Kool-Aid they use to color it.
Dang it.
Kira, it's your turn. You watch as the island behind where these signs are going to pop up gets half the distance closer than where it was on the
Did we
last
get our
turn.
points from the treasure chest?
Yes.
Okay.
And you rolled?
8. Sorry.
On the left. Tentacles on blue. On the middle. Rocks on gray. On the right. Empty sail on waves.
Empty sail.
Tell Kalman where to go.
Right.
Okay.
That's bad.
All right, to the
I can't hear you. That sounds unenthusiastic.
So it's an empty sail on waves. So Kalman's going to make a roll. Natural 20. You're not
My
slowed
boy.
at all by the waves, but the sail is still empty from the other effect. But you're only going to take on one level of water with that natural 20. So you're up to level 2 of water.
Okay.
And it is the Grease Wizard's turn.
All right. So what have I got around me?
You've got right nearby, trying to bite Aaron, is the metal shark. And then on one side, a single tentacle. On the other side, 3 tentacles whipping around, and water up to about your thighs. Maybe Aaron's
Kneecaps.
shins or knees.
I'll reckless cast again.
At well, you might not know until you know what the.
Yeah.
That's fine. You can figure out what the cantrip is, and then
3. Firebolt.
okay.
At
Cook the shark.
the shark. Yeah. I'm gonna wait for the shark to open mouth
Okay.
and shoot on in.
You're gonna roll at disadvantage in melee range.
Oh, I had a 19 and a 6 plus 7.
So 13.
13. No, it's just gonna on the side of the metal of the shark, and you can see it's heating up a little bit, and the people inside are probably sweating it, but it doesn't look like it particularly hurt them.
Oh, as a bonus action, I'll drink my purple potion.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you
You
know we're gonna
now-
have to play another game after this, right?
Yeah, I don't.
You now, the purple potion is a potion of accents. For the next, roll a d6.
5.
For the next 5 days, you have to speak in the accent of whoever you heard speak last.
Oh, this is going to be fun, isn't it?
Oh no!
That's what you get at the Scratch and Dent potion shop. And it's Aaron's turn.
I'm gonna cry. Sam can't do a Scottish accent to save his life.
It's
No,
only
laddie.
5 in-day games, which at this pace will be December.
Because it's currently mid-August.
Oh boy.
5 in-day game. The next 5
In-day
sessions.
games? Not
No.
in-game days?
In-game days,
Oh, okay, I got it.
which could be a lot of sessions.
Lassie, we're gonna have to take a long rest after this one.
I don't sound like that.
I know, Lassie.
All right, Aaron,
Okay.
got the shark right up in your grill.
I would like to hit the shark right up in my grill with my politer smiter.
Okay.
In the shark's grill.
And that is a 20, but not a nat 20.
That definitely hits the shark in the grill.
Whoops, my bad. I'm running out of different things to say.
No worries.
And that is 13 points
Nice.
of damage.
You'd smack it right in the grill, and you see sparks fly off of its face, and some of the... You just shred, like, this big gash in the metal with your axe. You can kind of see these wide eyes of this really short individual inside, like, oh, crap.
And the whole way down, like, as it's slicing through, the politer smiter is going, oh, sorry,
My
whoops,
bad.
oh.
Perfect. The shark is going to try and bite you after that. That's a 27. I'm going to guess that hits.
It might.
Actually, that's a 28. It's plus 9. to
Oh,
hit.
well, now it hits.
You're going to take... Uh, 24 points of damage.
Good.
And I need you to make a strength save.
Okay, just a second. Let me subtract 24 from 37.
That's 13.
I am aware.
Okay.
Strength save?
Strength save.
Where did my d20 go?
How many times did you
Is
put
it
it in
one
your
of these?
glasses?
Oh no, it's right here. 6.
Okay, you're currently
I mean
grappled.
16. Sorry.
Oh, you are not currently. Tries to grapple you and you wriggle
You
out.
thought you were getting grappled, but nah.
I just said my bonus instead of my bonus plus my roll. My bad.
But that bite, you hear a crack in the dragon egg when it deals that damage of bludgeoning.
Oh no!
And you feel something wet go trickling down the inside of your thighs.
Aaron
Your
looks
water
very
just broke.
uncomfortable.
Your
The
has-
inside of her thighs,
Yes.
not down her leg. Because
It
it's
was in the front. It Just run straight down the middle.
Aaron is uncomfortable. Guys, I promise this is not what it looks like.
And it's somebody's turn.
Did the baby's diaper leak?
Dern.
I'd like to roll a perception check to see if I can tell that Grease Wizard has to copy my accent. Like if I can
roll
tell
an insight check.
the spell's effect, because I heard him talk. That's an 18.
You get the idea that...
Wait, hang on.
The next 5 days are going to
Ha!
suck.
I'm proficient in insight. That's a 20.
You get the idea that something's compelling him to speak like that.
That's specifically Scottish or just...
You just know something's compelling him to speak oddly. It's not him just being him.
Okay.
And you did see him drink the potion, so...
Okay.
All right.
We can watch Brave.
And now I'd like to try and... I'm going to try to finish off the shark, so I'm going to hit it like on the top dorsal fin with the hammer, just a straight
All right.
down, like lumberjack strike.
Do that.
It's 26.
Clang, that hits.
Okay. So that's... Damage is going to be 13 plus my radiant of 2.
So 15.
Yep.
It opens when you clang that where Aaron had sliced it in the face. The whole head just falls off, and now you can see the individuals on the inside are just two dwarves inside the shark.
Oh, hello there.
Staring back at you and like ringing from that strike on the top of the thing. You can kind of see them.
There's no chance you
shaking.
two lads are done now, is there?
We have to finish the fight.
I chopped you in half. What shark could finish the fight after that?
And the tentacles are going to swing again. So it's their turn. 2 of them are coming at Dern, 1 at Greasy, 1 at Aaron. So I need you
Gracie's
to
been
make
oddly quiet.
dex saves.
Aye.
12.
You don't have to
15.
speak. Only the Grease Wizard has to speak in the accent. 12,
12.
15.
The grease wizard doesn't stop
15.
talking, though.
All of you managed to duck underneath the pool noodle tentacles on this
Wait,
turn.
there's tentacles now too?
There's
There's
always
been-
been
They haven't
tentacles.
been gone.
Oh.
The pencils are still on
You're
the ship.
still up
see?
Still
to
30.
your
Oh.
knees or so in water. You've got the tentacles swinging around and the shark trying to bite you.
God, I just want to hit the island.
Things are finally starting to pile up here a little bit. Kira, roll a d20.
Stop playing with your toys.
Kira.
Roll a d20.
Shush. 6 again.
That's tentacles on blue, tentacles on white, skull on gray.
I am so sick of frickin' tentacles.
So skull, right?
All right, you go to the right. Okay. You're
Why?
still,
That's the worst one.
Empty. So I need you
That's
to on
enemies.
your sails.
Yes.
Tentacles.
So I need you to roll.
Tentacles are easy. They have 5 hit points.
I need you to.
That's true loss.
I need you to roll a d4.
I lost my
Why are
D4.
you doing that?
Huh.
Why are you doing
4.
that?
I can't.
One of your balloons, the rightmost balloon,
Very bad.
comes in
You also know the last accent you
and
heard
pops.
was her.
I need you to roll another d4 because we didn't do it last turn where it was slowed.
2.
All right, the other one more is now 2/3 of the way in. And you hear somebody shout from the crowd, if you lose one more balloon, you're sunk.
We can't. We're so close to finishing this game. We have to finish
The
it.
island now is taking up most of your view in the front of the ship. You are on gray, though, as you watch the mist obscure the island. And
Why did you pick the worst one?
you were
there's
on
so
waves,
many.
so you take
Sorry.
on 2 levels of water. You're up to level 4 of water now, which is up to your chests.
Somebody else yells, if you take on one more level of water, you
That's true. So you are on gray
Quick,
waves.
give
I'm
that person-
sorry.
give
And
that
out
person
of
this-
the floor of the arena comes a guy with a fake merman tail holding a trident. And his
Okay, that's-
platform
I have
starts-
Aquaman.
That's
over
really
there.
offensive to mer
Or
people.
swamp croc, dude. I got him too.
And he his platform starts moving very slowly.
We
in
have a
your
lot of
direction.
Imaginext figures.
Grease Wizard, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna start shoveling out water.
You're going to bail? Well,
Yeah.
let's figure out how many people are bailing so we know what's going
can't.
to happen.
I'm going to.
So 2 are going to use their action to bail?
Yeah.
So whichever one of you wants to roll athletics can roll it straight up
Oh,
instead
it's
of
athletics. I'll roll it then.
instead of at advantage or disadvantage.
13.
You move it down to about waist height in water, which is level 3.
Okay.
And that's both of your actions. The shark is going to keep trying to bite down on... Oh, it didn't grapple her, so it's going to try to grab her again.
I thought it didn't have a face anymore.
Oh, yeah. It can't do that. Its face got ripped off. It's just
Thank
going to
you.
try and pummel into Aaron.
Okay.
That's a 19,
I mean, yeah, that hits.
but it's not going to be able to bite, so it's just going to do less damage. That's 10 bludgeoning damage.
Do you need the squirrel to come heal you?
I'm down to 3 health points, so...
Yeah, she needs a squirrel.
Dern,
Can I use my bonus action to call the squirrel over to me?
your turn's already elapsed, so you would have to have done that on your turn. Like, you can't split your action and bonus action into different parts of the round.
Okay.
Because that was the shark's turn.
It was just kind of confusing because...
You bailed,
Yeah.
but that was you guys act before the shark, so...
Okay. That's
So,
fine. It's whatever.
Commanding the squirrel is a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Can I command the squirrel to go heal Arn?
Commanding it to move to her would be the bonus action. Casting the spell takes whatever the spell would take, and Cure Wounds is an action.
But why would that take my action?
It would take your bonus action to call the squirrel.
and then your
and
action
then your
to...
action to
Right, but I'm
cast the
saying-
spell.
Okay. All right, never mind then.
I'll be fine.
I'm getting kind of low too. I'm going to take lay on hands, and
Okay.
so it brings me up to 29.
He's going to touch
You won't
himself.
get Lay on Hands back, because that's not a spell.
Thought we got a long rest between.
You go
Not
through
your
the pool
abilities.
of mana, but you don't get like your divine abilities and racials back. So I'll just let you know that, because
Okay.
I did say to don't hold anything back. But those, if you want to use it, you can, but you won't get that back.
Okay.
Okay. So that's your action.
Yep.
The 4 tentacles will act next. This time,
Oh, boy.
actually, one of them is going to swing up toward the front of the ship where Kira is with that roll. So I need all 4 of you to make dexterity saving throws.
I'm good.
21.
21.
2.
20.
Turn. 1 bludgeoning damage as it clangs right above the shield on your back. The guy with the trident in the very obviously fake mermaid suit slams into the side of the boat and boards the ship. And he's making a beeline toward Kira and using his full action to try to dash to the front of the
Is there
ship.
anything we can do to stop him, like to get in his way?
As he runs past us, maybe an attack of opportunity.
Like a leg
you probably
coming
have
out
to
and
go
tripping him.
past one of you to make it over there. So
Yeah.
Grease
Can we-
Wizard, he ran in your general direction. You can make a melee attack at him if you'd like.
Melee. All right.
I'm sorry, what was that?
All right.
No, she was the last one to talk. You got to talk like her.
Wait, which one was it?
You're gonna have to keep track of that. I don't know. I probably
Wait, is it the last one who
It was the
always
last
the last one who
character.
talks?
Always the
Uh-huh.
last person who talks.
Oh, not like...
It was
Like your
probably the
accent is going to be
politer
changing
smiter. I don't know.
constantly.
Oh, so it's going to be constantly changing, not just Scottish for... Oh.
right.
Yeah.
But when
I'm
you
taking
do an
a
American...
vow of silence.
Take a swing.
When you do an American
Calman's the last
I'll
one.
use
accent,
my.
Can you sound...
my weapon of mass destruction.
That's a good idea.
Thank you.
You just became a man.
Can you do the Benedict Cumberbatch American accent that sounds like he's being tortured?
what you are talking about.
I am an American.
All right. Well, it has 5 charges, so I don't know how to do this. How do I roll a
You just
d20?
you have to add your spellcasting ability modifier, the big one, to either the attack roll or the damage.
I'll do it to the damage because that's a. But to hit, it's a staff. What do I use? My strength or my dex?
your strength.
All right, that's 15,
That hits.
and then I'll use my spellcasting for the
Okay.
damage.
Yeah, you can do that.
Sorry, I just don't hit things
Blow the
often.
charge.
That's 8 plus 5.
That's a lot.
Good job.
No, you actually get to add your... Yeah, your ability is +5, right?
Yeah. So,
So that's
13.
13. Boom.
You're welcome.
Just smack into his face.
You
with
sound
your
like
staff.
Mickey Mouse.
Kira.
Best I could do.
Is he at me now? Or do
No. You have gray mist around, and Kalman says, "We're graying on waves." You're going to need to make a perception check if you're going to try to see what's coming next.
I, aside from him sneaking up on me?
Yeah.
11. Oh, wait, perception. 13.
All right. Now roll your d20. You'll see 2 of them.
17.
Full sail on blue, silver coin on blue. You don't know.
Go straight.
Okay. That negates the waves and the gray mist. You get 1 point from the silver coin. No additional levels of water. And the boat stops. You see when the gray goes away that land is there, and they say, you hear the announcer, "Now all they've got to do is make it to the land," and it's like a platform that's raised up, and they'll get the additional bonus points.
So,
All right, everyone, let's go.
Run!
Oh boy!
No, the announcer was the last one to speak.
It's true.
I take a vow
I
of
am
silence.
keeping you to
Nope,
this.
you gotta do it.
no, you have to.
What was the voice again?
Uh,
All
he-
right, everyone.
Usually he was Australian, but I don't think I did it very well there.
All right, everyone, let's go.
That's good.
Are you all right?
No.
No, I'm sorry.
She asked you a question.
No.
Oh man, 5
Hang on a
days.
second. Let me try something. How you feeling?
Come with me if you want to live.
All right.
And Calvin just past you. All right. Anybody? It's Grease Wizard first. Well, Calman's actually before you, so Calman gets to about the front of the ship on this turn.
Get the rogue.
Grease Wizard, your turn.
I'm
very-
gonna go
very
for it.
Crowded.
You're gonna
up there.
run.
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna run past the front of the ship to the land. As you go by, the guy's gonna try to use his roll acrobatics to see if he gets anywhere near you to make an opportunity attack.
Now kiss.
9.
That beats his 7, so he's not going to get a chance. He's too focused on Kira to see you go by. Aaron?
I'm gonna run for the front of the ship, but before I jump off, I'm gonna attack the guy.
Okay, you can do that.
With my axe.
A drive-by wailing.
Ooh, that is a 24.
That definitely hits.
Oh, sorry.
With a 24, any particular part of this merman you're aiming at?
I'm gonna go for a beheading.
Okay.
Can the cleric bring that back?
I guess we'll see.
He's not gonna die.
Are you
Probably.
sure about that, lass?
No, the Politer Smiter can't kill him right now, so...
That's true.
It'll,
Uh,
So he can hang on
sever
by like
everything
a sinew
except
or
his...
two.
So, 7.
7 damage with
Yeah.
your modifier.
Yeah.
Okay, it sinks into his collarbone, but doesn't decapitate him. And as you run by, he is going to take his opportunity attack at you.
Wait, I was just gonna stop there.
Oh, you're going to stop?
Should I keep running?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I'll keep running. He can opportunity attack me.
Okay.
Please miss, please miss, please miss, please miss.
7. So
Miss.
he just stabs at you with the trident, and you jump over
Ha!
it.
I feel great.
And make it.
She doesn't
you and
feel
the Grease
great.
Wizard have made it to land. It's the shark's turn. The shark's just gonna bull rush at Dern, and that's a 13.
Suck it.
Just misses. Tries to bull rush up against you and just can't see exactly where you are. It's your turn.
I'm going to do the exact same thing that she did. Run up to what's-his-face and, like, hammer him in the back and
Okay.
then try to keep going. So
The shark makes an opportunity attack against you. That's a 15.
that's my AC.
Yeah.
That's still a miss.
Okay.
All right, I rolled a 19 to hit.
That hits the merman.
Okay. It's going to be 10
10 damage.
plus
Radiant.
1 radiant.
All right. you smack into him right into his gut with the hammer, and he just blinks out, and then you see the flash of radiant damage pop up in where he was.
And then keep on going to land.
You make it to land. Hira, you're next.
Land.
Jump on the land. Kalman's next. He does the same thing from the front of the boat. You have made it to land,
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
where you have got the additional points.
That
Up
sounded
to
like a very depressed womp.
23 points in that round. So you hear the announcer. The Thunderhorns have really set the pace with that on their first.
Set the pace. Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys went first.
That's only a 2-hour-long episode right there.
Yeah, they've set the pace. They managed to make it all the way to the island, scoring an additional 23 points, putting them at a whopping 49 total points for this competition. And we're going to see how the other teams stack up against that here in just a minute.
Thanks for sharing your date night with us and exploring a whole new world together. We'll see you again in 2 weeks. Until then, keep in touch by following us on Twitter at Date Night Podcast. That's D8 Night Podcast. Or visiting datenightpodcast.com.